From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gaming streamers review the best new gaming laptops. Gamers are an impatient bunch and I've got a laptop just for you. Let's look at the top 3 reasons why the Acer Predator Helios 300 is perfect for the impatient gamer. Number 1. Its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, which brings out the potential of the GPU's high-speed GDDR6 memory to ensure faster experience with higher frame rates and lower latency. Gamers hate long load times. That's why our second reason is the Helios 300's 2TB PCIe SSD. The SSD operates at PCIe Gen 4 speeds, giving you incredible read-write speeds for a faster response time. If all this wasn't enough, check out reason number 3. The 5th Gen Aeroblade 3D technology plus Vortex Flow, which lets you say goodbye to heating issues. Shout out to the Predator Sense dashboard, which lets you monitor your system, overclock, and customize everything instantly from one place. I think it's clear that this system is geared for super fast results. Get your Acer Helios 300 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome everyone. You are watching LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Season 4 powered by Crucial. They have an amazing array of computer peripherals. Our apparel partner Six5Six who bring you some awesome merch, and our gaming partner Intel. Intel provides you the best gaming value through delivering the best overall gaming experience. Make sure you follow the hashtag Game with Intel to see what they're up to. And what we're up to today is another set of playoff matches brought to you by me, CCV, alongside Universe. Taking a look at today's matchups as well, you've got Reckoning Esports up against Scott Particles. Down in the lower brackets, the teams, they're fighting for survival. And up in the upper brackets, well, it's Heaven's Words for True Rippers and Enigma, who are fighting for a spot in the grand finals later on in the evening.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting set of matches today. I think that we are reaching a point where you can see that the entire tournament is now filled with these, youth players. I think that True Rippers, Reckoning, God Particles have all got players who honestly have got potential to be among the top. Reckoning Esports, unfortunately, yesterday, had a bit of a downfall against Enigma in the final map of Ascent. But the first two maps were absolutely brilliant from both of these teams. Bind, especially from Reckoning, which was quite a surprise for me in particular, and I think for a lot of people expecting that Enigma would love the pickup of Bind, but they eventually did lose. So Reckoning are showing potential, but they need to finish off they need to learn how to finish off their games. And I think that kind of comes into play today, especially against a team like God Particles. But let's go to the MVP standings before we do go on ahead. I think that we are probably not going to be seeing any person here except for never mind. We're going to be seeing two players who are going to be on the MVP standings, who are going to be performing today. And all four of these players are going to be performing today overall. We're going to see Paradox and Raw Fuel in action later in the evening at the 8 p.m. game. But right now, the spotlight falls on Knight Rider and Smoker, both of whom have been very, very influential for their team's success so far. And I think that, as good as Knight Rider has been as a Jet, this guy, he's so, I would say that he's my favorite out of the entire lineup of Jets over here. Close competition to Paradox, but I think Knight Rider is so, frequently aggressive, but at the same time, he knows how to hold back as well. He is more of a team player, but at the same time, this guy knows how to take risks. So I would say God Particles are, a little bit more well rounded in their entire sense of things. But Reckoning are not that far away as well. They are a team that has given a toe-to-toe competition to Enigma, one of the top three in our region. So this is going to be a huge battle among two very, very potentially, winning of this tournament teams.
I mean, you're mentioning the matches, and we can have a look at the brackets as well to see the entire perspective of the playoffs that's shaping up to be. And you mentioned Reckoning up against Enigma, and yeah, it was really a fight yesterday. Reckoning for their side, the fact that they won out, the map of Bind, really good. If we do see Bind today, Reckoning are going to be looking super strong there. The other map of Split, that was also nice. Ascent, yeah, like you said, it was a bit of a haywire. But other than that, True Rippers are also there after defeating Team Snakes day before. Also yesterday as well. And so far, both of those rosters, they have been undefeated, and one of them will be getting a spot in the grand finals for themselves. A lot to play for. But down in the lower brackets, this is where things are a lot more intense, a lot more fierce. Because already Team Snakes, after their win yesterday against August 5, they're going to be moving on into the next stage of the playoffs. And the winner of this matchup will be meeting up against Team Snakes. So all the members of Team Snakes, they can just, take a look at this BO3, study their opposition very, very recently, and then they can just develop a counter plan. This is something we were talking about yesterday and today as well. It's really going to be in full force. So Team Snakes are going to be prepared for their matchup. And the winner of this game right here, Reckoning up against God Particles, they've got to be careful, because after, even if they defeat Team Snakes, they'll have the loser of Enigma versus True Rippers. And even if they win that, then you have the grand finals. It's the lower brackets. It's hell practically.
Yeah, it is. Quite a bit of a disappointing situation for Reckoning to be in after what we saw had been their entire journey so far. They have gone unbeaten, but Enigma are just a little too good at the moment when it comes to rounding up their entire game set and finishing off a best of three as it's supposed to be. And I think that this is something that does give them a little bit of an edge over even True Rippers. But even they've been pretty good. But hey, about the upper brackets, we will have that later in the evening. Let's focus on who's going to be eliminated today. This is the final matchup. Let's go to the team intros of both the teams. Let's see who they've got lined up. Reckoning coming up first. Of course, these players are no strangers to us. Coming up from Weird Esports, these guys have become absolute icons, and Reckoning has done a brilliant job of honing these individuals as such well-rounded esports pros.
Exactly. Well rounded is an amazing term to use for them because the players here are very versatile. I mean, many a times we've seen the changes in the players as well. One example of that would be someone like Deadly 10 right now towards the left of our screens who used to play the Initiator. We know him to be the KO, but yesterday against Enigma, he was playing a lot of the duelist. He was playing the Raze, he was playing the Jet. I don't think he'll be playing a lot of Raze today. But very sad for what's happened with Raze over the course of this patch that has dropped. I myself am devastated by it. I was crying earlier for different reasons. But anyways, all right, for Reckoning Esports, it's going to be interesting to see because the thing is, regardless of the map, you don't really know which agent their players are going to choose. Like, it's going to be surrounded in a lot of mystery. You know the composition. It's going to be something standard. However, it's up to the individual players to make a decision. And individual players are what make teams. And speaking of individuals, let's take a look at one of the specific members from the side of Reckoning Esports who will have the player spotlight, and it's going to be Smoker as well. Now, Smoker, although the majority of his figures are with Jet, recently we have seen him play a lot of the roles. I mean, yesterday, you were casting the game universe. We saw him on the KO, we saw him on the Chamber, and he still had a relatively nice day against Enigma. Today, though, against another opponent, can he make it better? Can he make his performance better?
Yeah, while he did have a rather, interesting performance yesterday, I would say that the first two maps were pretty good for him. But I don't know what happened on the map of Ascent there. It kind of just dropped dead for him, particularly. I think he finished off with just 2 kills. And that's something that I've never seen from Smoker. It's just, honestly, it's kind of disappointing for the players themselves. They would be, disappointed thinking, how could I give up such a performance? And I hope that that kind of a feeling does propel them to get a little bit more excited for today, does give them
Right.
a little bit more hope that what, yesterday was a bad day, today's not going to be one, it's always going to be a better day the next one. You can't really expect to have performances like that continuously. I'm pretty sure he's going to be adding either a 0, 1, 2, whatever in front of that 2 kills that he got yesterday. And I hope Smoker has a great game today. Let's have a look at the opponents, though. God Particles coming in to the server, who recently, by the way, have been acquired
Picked up,
by,
yeah.
they have been acquired by
Revenant
Revenant.
Esports.
And
Yes.
Wimp is also going to be joining this lineup. Shivy is not there, but everybody else from here, this is a whole new look for them. They have been given, the backup, the support that they need from an organization. And I think that while this is their last venture under the name God Particles, they deserve to, throw it out with a bang. They need to try and show something here that absolutely solidifies God Particles as that one era that came dominated for quite a bit of time. They won multiple tournaments, by the way, in the last couple of months. They even did so well as to go, very far ahead in the VCC, and they did pretty well. And I think that with this being the last outing, they should be aiming for the championship and nothing less.
Absolutely. Yeah, God Particles, regardless of the organization they're under, which is, I mean, now that they finally found an organization, like you said, it's amazing as well. They still have to give the best performance, just like they have been. Their regular season was outstanding. Right now, they have suffered one defeat, but this is their second chance. All teams heading off into the playoffs, it's a double elimination style. You get a second chance, but that's all you get. If you lose here, my friend, you're not going to continue anymore. And it's going to be one of the cases for one of the teams right now. And it's going to be a lot of pressure. Now, at the end of the day, the pressure has to be handled on by the players. We had a look at, with the spotlight at one of the members and one of the players from the side of Reckoning Esports. Let's do that with God Particles to see that which player is it exactly going to be that we should be taking a look at. And it's going to be Logista. Yeah, Logista, he has been an anchor, not just because of the agent archetype. Many times we've seen him on the Sentinel as well, but he's just been that force and that immovable object in the side of God Particles that just cannot be dealt with by the opponents very easily, and it's so difficult to take him out of the server in a round.
Yeah, I think Logista has, become such an important player for this team since the formation of God Particles and, the revamp roster after the F1LS roster was let go. There is quite a bit of, difference in the way that this guy has been playing. I think that he has completely transformed himself to, I would say, one of the RVKs. While he does not have, that kind of a name for being the sheriff god or whatever, his backstabs are absolutely, delirious for the opponent team. It absolutely makes them think in four different ways as to where this guy can approach. I think Haven is a map where this guy, I think it was one of the maps where I saw was picked up, I'm pretty sure, by um, I don't remember who it was, but he drove his opponents absolutely crazy on the map of Haven. He was playing as a Cypher and he held down the ground, like, which kind of reminds me of the playstyle that RVK usually does. And he came on
Right.
such late flanks, which just made such a menace because they almost never knew when he would actually come in. He's kind of a master of timing, I would say, and that works out to the best of his abilities. He's becoming a lot better. And today, if he is going to be playing on Haven, if Haven is there in the cards, or if you're going to be seeing any other map where a Cypher can look, to the best of his abilities, Logista is going to be doing that as much as he can. But talking about all of this, we do have the maps to be seen. Where are we going to be seeing all of these players, showcase their skills? Let's go to the map video. And of course, we're going to be starting off with Breeze. God Particles love this map. And I'm pretty sure Logista is going to be loving this map in particular. So much space to just run around, lurk, find
Exactly.
free kills, and of course, reckoning of Gauntlet Bind. The success yesterday against Enigma was outstanding, and we finish it off with Haven. And while this is a very one-in-one sort of a map pickup, I think Bind is not something that God Particles would be necessarily scared of. I think that they would be confident with this 3-map pool, whereas Reckoning, I actually haven't seen them play on Breeze all.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, looking at the previous results as well here, the Gauntlet, it's been a while, and I really mean a big time since we have seen, and a long time since we've seen the members of Reckoning take on the map of Breeze. So that being picked up by God Particles, this to me already feels like a best of one. Because I mean, yeah, your opinion, you're gonna say Bind is also going to be taken up by God Particles, and I agree. Both of these teams, it's not just about the map, it's also about the performances. And overall, statistically, when you think of like tier 1, tier 2 teams, both of these teams are on a similar level with their playstyle and the caliber they possess. But at the same time, Breeze, I mean, I'm gonna go the traditional route because of the performances, because of all that stuff. Breeze may be won by God Particles. I don't know really. I really can't predict the score. Bind will be won by Reckoning, and then it's going to be Haven, which truly can be a decider. But at the same time, I would like one of these teams to prove me wrong and win the map of their opposition. Because if that happens, like you say, Universe, that is going to be insane.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be insane. I think that this is a very, very beautiful map pool, especially for two teams who are so, you know, very, I would say, I wouldn't say aggressive, but I think that the firepower that they both possess is absolutely impeccable. Reckoning, especially, I think, are going to be trying to get as much value as possible out of Breeze on their defensive side, because I know that one person in particular, which I think is going to be Deadly 10, he might be the winning factor of Breeze because he is probably going to be playing the duelist role, if I am not wrong,
Yeah.
unless they want to try and switch it up again, which, because we know that Smoker also plays the Jet multiple times, and he, it's like the side of Reckoning have got a set of 5 people who are all very good in multiple roles. It's like a set of 5 versatile players who can fit into any role whatsoever. It's like when you go to a ranked match, you always have these insta lockers, right? What if you get
Yeah,
five
I know.
players who say, yeah, it's okay, I will fill. All five
I
players
don't know
of these
that.
are fillers. They don't care about what role they play. They will play to the best of their abilities. And while you might not know that, these guys absolutely love playing in each other's company. And I think this is going to be a very, very good matchup of not just firepower, but also technical skill and strategy.
I have to agree with that. Even though it's not relatable for me to have supportive teammates who can fill versatile roles and overall be a well-knit team and not pick 5 duelists. I do agree with that statement, and it is going to be interesting because yeah, so many of these players and as a matter of fact, on both of the teams, all 10 of the players, they've had this amount of experience under their belt. Shifting around with their teammates, being on the different teams, under different names, it just keeps on giving you more and more, and you get better individually because you start being a lot more self-reliant as well. You know that okay, the next situation I'll be put in as a player in my new team maybe, or if a team or if a roster change happens, is that I may not be playing the best. I may not be playing my favorite agent archetype, whether that be the controller, the duelist, initiator, sentinel, doesn't matter. And for that very reason, like you said, yeah, the players, it's a really good characteristic they have, that whenever they want, to their own liking, they can shake things up. And that's a characteristic not many teams possess. Usually teams are really, really structured. They're like, this guy's the duelist, this guy's the sentinel, this guy's the controller, initiator, boom, let's focus on the gameplay, and that's that. No, that's not going to be the case with God Particles or Reckoning Esports. We have seen changes and we may see changes again, because keep in mind, this is the lower brackets. The teams right now, they are fighting for survival. So whatever strategy they may not have used early on, they may have been saving. This can be the best time to use it, because if they don't, it can be a little too late. And who knows, they may just be out of the tournament, and neither one of God Particles or Reckoning would like to face that fate.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be extending to three maps for sure. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
completely, but I would say at least a 90% we would expect to see God Particles win their pick, Reckoning win their pick, and we end it all on Haven, which again, I believe that God Particles have a slight advantage on, but it's still out and up in the air. I wouldn't really base this on a third map win, but hey, we've got two maps coming up at the bare minimum, and let's enjoy those while we can. The players are locking in the server, they are loading in, and while all of that is happening, there is one little thing that I am worried about, and that is the composition that Reckoning are going to be picking on this map. Are they going to be going for a default
Hmm.
that we all know, or are they going to be switching things up? Because there are quite a very few number of teams actually who do end up picking KO on this map of Breeze, because the KO is that bloody good in terms of just absolutely denying any form of resistance in form of utility from the opponent, and also information, of course, and the null command, which is basically a mobile killjoy lockdown, but except that you
Right.
can actually stay alive, not die, not get detained, right? So I would love to see a KO if they want to switch things up, but I don't really think that's going to be happening. It should be the default that we all know. There's going to be one jet, maybe a double duelist if they want to go for it, a Reina and a jet. I won't see any other agent. Yoru, if you want to go for it, somebody be ambitious. Please lock in that beautiful agent. He is an out player of the highest kind on Breeze in particular, because the number of outplays you can
Open
actually do with a
spaces.
Yoru, yeah, open
Exactly.
spaces. Yoru screams that he needs to be played on Breeze. He is that good. But hey, while I theorycraft all of this and just annoy CC with all of this, let's go to the agent selections and have a look for real what's happening with the players. We've got everybody in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what the compositions are going to be.
Oh, well, I mean, double initiator can be picked. It's only going to be a matter of, like you said, are we going to see a KO or not? And Smoker,
Yep.
well, he fulfills that. He's going to be taking up the primary, or well, the secondary initiative for the side of Reckoning. The primary, obviously, going to be Sova. No one is going to deny that. The team surely aren't gonna, because Rio, from the looks of it, he's hovering over the Sova. Over at God Particles, Shivi has that as well. So, yeah, I mean, both of us, I think everyone can agree. It's going to be standard compositions. There's going to be not much of a change. A couple of agent changes here and there. I mean, in terms of the Sentinels, you've got Cypher versus Chamber going on. Reckoning Esports, Bad Love, he's gone for the Chamber. Logista, as we just saw in the spotlight, he's gone for the Cypher. You've got Scargod versus Smoker, but otherwise, it's a ditto setup. And you know what? You can't even blame the teams, because it is going to be the map of Breeze. You have to see a Jet here. You need to see a Viper here. Even after her nerfs, Viper is just far too good on this map, kind of like Icebox as well. And then you have Sova, because yeah, he's Sova.
Yeah, you cannot play this map without a Sova, and both the Sovas on the teams are the only ones yet to be locked in yet. But I think that this is more of a defensive approach from the side of God Particles. just because I think that they've gone for that Cypher pick, Logista, he is obviously more comfortable on it. And I think that he will enjoy playing that more than the Chamber. I think that he is more suited for it. I don't think that the Chamber is something that's kind of, fixating around his play style, because the Chamber is more about aggression as well as playing defensively. And Bad Love portrays that perfectly. I think that he, being a Jet main himself, he loves playing the Jet. And I think that the Chamber allows him to be that operator player as well for the team. And because of that, they're going to be having, maybe a double operator setup if they ever needed to be in any of the rounds. And of course, the overall, statistic of their lineup is that they want to play on a front foot if need be. But on the other side of things, they've got pretty much of a defensive lineup. Knight Rider is going to be the one person supported by Scar God to give some attacking potential. But apart from that, this is an overall unstoppable force meets an immobile object kind of a situation. And what is that weird worm? And where the hell is this on the
That's a
map?
snake with a top hat and a
Oh, is that
walking
Team
stick.
Snakes? They're sitting on the table and just waiting for the next person to join them in the lower brackets. That's what they're doing.
The funniest thing is, Snake has a walking stick. I mean, we all know the Snake slithers. But anyways, the teams, they're going to slither their way down mid. Are the members of Reckoning Esports. They have gained a lot of map control in God Particles. They have allowed this much map control. However, it's time for the attackers to start taking gunfights. The recon bolt's gonna get destroyed. Spike still over at attacker spawn. Makes you think, what exactly are the attackers thinking right now? Where are they trying to get their control? Stargod gets lit up even further as if he wasn't already. Knight Rider, is he gonna check this angle? He checks for Deadly 10, he spots him. Deadly 10, can he escape? Bad Luck to his aid. He spots one of the members, tags him, but no, that's the first casualty. Done and dusted in Reckoning Esports. They have to fall back a little bit as to not overextend. And God Particles, they'll be entering the A-bomb site free of cost.
Yeah, they've got it completely all for themselves, and they are going to be getting the plan for sure. Well, it has been a very interesting first couple of seconds in the first round. They've got idea that there's two players on site, and the other two yet to be known. They could be on the flank, and they should be aware of this. While there is a late flank coming in from the defense themselves, Deadly will find one. Logista's gone down, and that's an advantage that they're going to be trying to exploit. Shivy gets one with a shock dart. He is the Sova main that we all would love to have on our team, and here's Deadly trying to stick the defuse. Knight Rider finds him. Pixels did spot Shivy, but I don't know why he didn't fire towards his general direction. And now he walks in straight to his crosshairs, and that's gonna be the side of God Particles picking up their first round. Disciplined play, held on for as long as possible towards that mid region. Logista finds that kill on the Battler. Immediately the defenses were dropped, and they got their sign to run into the A side. But the one thing I did want to really understand, CCV, was the fact that Reckoning had a good push towards mid, but even after losing a player, they didn't really give up their positioning. And the A side was empty as a result of that. And
yeah,
I don't know why they could have retreated immediately, because they know that they're not getting any value.
And that was the thing. Reckoning Esports, they overextended and they still tried to keep the position when it obviously wasn't working in their favor. Now it's gonna be an eco from the side of the defense. Reckoning they lost. They went for the Marshal. They still have the Marshal, but other than that, yeah, it's a basic buy right now. You've got nothing on board. God Particles, they've invested in a lot. Pixels, though, he gets one kill. This flank can be imminent. No one is expecting them. I, though, expect at least a couple of kills. Oh, spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Ember with a Spectre. He's going to be getting one. Pixels is still here. Can he survive on 12 HP? No, he cannot. It's all down to Smoker. And this round gets done pretty darn quickly. God Particles managed to plant the spike. Smoker, he's looking for an exit frag. I don't think he'll be finding. Maybe he can spot a couple of the members. He surely has. He has to watch for the backstab. And yeah, that's gonna be that. Alright, God Particles win their anti-eco. They get off to a pretty good start, but Reckoning Esports, this is going to be their full buy. This is when they invest in rifles and weaponry. And finally, we can see a bit of retaliation from the side of the defense. The thing is, what exact strategy will they be taking into account?
Well, let's find out. This is their first buy round, Reckoning. And while they have weaponry advantage, 3 players are on half armor, and they can be shredded pretty easily with the Spectres that the side of God Particles are hosting.
Standing ahead.
Going for the mid push again. Badlove needs to be careful. He does have the teleport to just snap himself away after one kill, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing. Well done by him. While Logista's crawling up towards the wind side, he is trying to get value, opens up the door, causes distractions that allows the players of God Particles to come in. But Smoka's handling himself well, gets Logista, and there's Scargod with the running gun, looking for one more, but is only going to be restricted to the one kill. Deadly finds two on the back of the A site. Ember's left alone to be shot straight from heavens above. RGE find their first chance successfully.
Alright, around well fought as well. Only a single casualty right there. That was the KO. But otherwise, they were holding the angles and deadly tens. I mean, yeah, just the mechanical ability this man possesses. Being alone by that pyramid, cornered off, and the fact that he still managed to get 2 kills right there from the same spot, even though the enemies knew about him. That was great stuff. Now, God Particles, they are going to be investing. They're going to be going for another full buy. We can spot a Knight Rider on the op as well. Interesting considering God Particles are on the attack, but you know, hey, we have seen a lot of these attacking ops. They have worked. Meanwhile, Reckoning Esports, oh, they're getting quite aggressive right now. They're watching for a look. They're watching for something like that. They're getting information towards mid as well. And what is this going to lead to? Because you see KO and Jet, they have pushed all the way through A main. So they know for a fact it's going to be a mid to B take, something along the lines of that. And therefore, they have got to be so careful about this.
Deadly's got so much information here. They know this is a B hit. The blind goes in, but Knight Rider is unfazed. It's not going to be coming into his tunnel vision. He's going to try and get away. Oh, the timing. He's been spotted though. Pixel's seen this. He's seen a pixel of Knight Rider. And there comes the one kill that he wanted. It's not on the Opera, but he will find Kargod. That's one enemy neutralized. Knight Rider looking for more. Looks at the... Oh my god, the corner. He looks towards the side, but somehow, I don't know how, Pixels does not get that kill. He should have gotten that kill pretty easily. Deadly will come on the backstab and get one from mid. But this is still a very weird exchange of positioning. Logista's got a very good eyesight, and he's going to look at one of the heads and wants these kills. And he's not being supported. Badlove's coming in from heaven, and this could be a little bit of a late support, but he's already lost his teammate. And Badlove, he needs to get it, and he will. 1 versus 2, Shivy, the captain.
It is Deadly from behind. Okay, yeah. I was waiting for Deadly. I was anxiously watching the A main, like the solo Jet in A main, like what exactly is Deadly planning on right here? And to his credit, I mean, the plant wasn't for him. It was the opposite side plant, right on the other pillar behind it, safe and sound. But yeah, God Particles, I'm not really sure whether they expected Deadly's position, because all of them were focused on defender spawn, and granted, 2 of the members of Reckoning were pushing from there. They just did not account for the Jet, and that ended up costing them the round. The operator is going to be picked up as well. Not only is that a round lost, that's A, universe, a full buy gone for God Particles. They have to go on to something like an eco. B, they have lost a round. Pretty simple in Valorant, you play for rounds. And C, that's the operator gone into the hands of the top fragger on the side of Reckoning. This is like worst case scenario for God Particles, but okay, I'm wrong. They're not gonna go for an eco. They're gonna go for a semi-force buy of sorts. You know, you're going to be seeing the Blade Storm come out from Knight Rider. Yeah, utility is there. It's half armor. Alright, let's see how this round pans out, but I don't have the best of expectations from this specific round from the GP.
Pressure on the A side. Logista's trying to cause trouble as well from Halls. And here goes Scargod. Knight Rider dashes in. They're trying to cause a lot of sound distraction here, and Knight Rider does not connect his shots. Shivy will though, gets to Ember, follows up with a third, and now it's a 2 versus 3. While Rio is able to get 1 kill, he's still got a lot more to do. They can still revive the teammate. No, they cannot. They're just rather killing off their opponents. 2 versus 2 now. And Shivy is left again alone in a 1v2. Ember was trying to get to the back of side with him. It's not going to be working. Rio is down to 1 HP, and that shock dart could be the end of his life right there. It does not touch him. Now Shivy's got opportunity. He knows where both these players are. He listens to the sound cues, but he's not going to be connecting for a kill. Just damage.
insane 2 versus 4 right there from the side of Reckoning. I mean, they had the KO with the null command. It affected the members of God Particles for a bit, but then the KO was gone. And credit to God Particles, that was a really good execute from their side. I mean, they spared no time. They went for a direct rush immediately. They let Reckoning spend a little bit of their credits, but as soon as that was over, bam, it was time to enter the bomb site, overwhelm the opponents, and they were successful. It was a round that should have gone the favor of God Particles, even though I said I wasn't expecting that. But it just didn't. Reckoning Esports, their gunplay was far better. And now, God Particles, they have a far, far weaker buy. Upgraded pistols, the one Marshall as well, and you're up against rifles. Reckoning Esports shouldn't have that big of a problem dealing with this round. However, if God Particles can do what they did in the previous one, I expect Reckoning to be in a bit of financial trouble.
Bad Love holding down the perfect angle, goes for again an aggressive pick. He doesn't care. He knows that his opponents are on the weaker side of a buy. And here goes Rio. Night Rider might be able to pull off one kill onto Smoker, but nothing more. Chivy goes down as the last man standing yet again. And that is the 4th round for RGE. Very good stuff from them. That 2v4 has given them confidence. And they are just striding on forward, having 2 rounds now in their bag, ahead of the side of God Particles on their opponent's map pick. And if they win this, that's going to be setting out a statement. And that's going to mean 6-2 because they're going to be putting them on an eco yet again. Night Rider does have the operator. And that means that they're going to have to play this round slow. They cannot go in for aggressive
Heavy
pushes.
investment. Exactly. It's a heavy investment. Not just Knight Rider, but the entirety of the God Particles have made. It can be opposites of very soon. The Trailblazer disrupts that for a bit, and so does the Owl Drone. So a bit of information gathering from both other teams, different agents, same archetype and same reasoning. They want to go for that. Now, Suppress, though, works really well in favor of the side of Reckoning Esports, prevents the Hunter's Fury from damaging the defense a bit more. And Reckoning Esports, they've used up their own ult. B is entirely locked off thanks to the Viper Spit. And this allows just so much freedom for the remaining 3 members to stay on A. Because they know, if God Particles want to enter in the B bomb side, they have to via this mid-highway area. And they will be going for that. The Seekers go out, getting a bit of the information. It is going to be a B hit, and let's see how exactly God Particles execute that. Knight Rider, he's got the operator, lines up the shot. There goes the body of Pixels, and alongside it, Bad Love also falls, and now Reckoning Esports, they're in a heap of trouble. However, Smoker Rio, they're trying their best, but there's the backstab. We were talking about this previously. Logista, he cannot be spotted.
They've got the plant down, and it is a 2 versus 3. And while Deadly is looking for some sort of an opening with his operator, it might just be the best option for him to save. They do have money, at least on the remaining 4 players. Oh, he... Wait, what? What did I just watch? How did Scar got... Okay, I need to have a look at that again. That was... very interesting. I mean, he just went straight in. I don't know what happened to Scar God there. He has he's looking at the wall for some reason. Did not even look. Turned around. I think he took his hand off the mouse for a second to maybe scratch his nose or something. I don't know.
Whatever it was. Hey, God Particles, they're back in winning ways. That's what matters. They've finally ended the streak of Reckoning winning. And this is going to be now Reckoning going for their final full buy as well. If they lose this, then we're going to go into an interesting final part of the first half. The score still very much undecided, as right now God Particles, they have once more changed their strategy, shaken it up a lot. This time they're pushing through Cube, looking to get a kill. What a kill he found right there. That's going to be insane, and that's really going to be helpful for the side of God Particles, because now without the Sova, not a lot of ways with which Reckoning can get information, and Smoker as well being entirely flashed. He could not do anything from that position. Reckoning are falling apart one by one, and in this case, they have no one to save them.
Yep. Playing around with the doors. Oh, Badlov actually connected that shot onto Logista, but he just took off his aim for a second, and he gets punished for it. Gargot's going on the hunt. Deadly misses his shot. Going up and down in a bumpy ride. He's still trying to stick on to this. He wants a kill here. But he knows that there's too many bullets being fired towards him. They see him, and there it is, Knight Rider. Within the edge of a second of him escaping away, he delivers the final blow. And it's all on the Pixels, standing alone towards his opponent's spawn. And the side of God Particles are back in the game. They've got the 2 rounds that they were conceding very, very quickly to make it back just as fast. Ember will go down to Pixels, but that's okay. They have money. They're going to be able to afford a weapon for him. And there it is. The timeout that I'm pretty sure was going to be coming at the end of these 2 rounds going away. The coach of Reckoning has called in for one. And he knows that his team needs to try and make things work in a little bit of a different way. 4 rounds have come this way, but you cannot keep maintaining the same strategy against this side of God Particles, especially on Breeze. They love this map, and on defense, it's going to be a lot more difficult as well, CZ, because it's not even about the fact that, you know, their opponents have a chamber and stuff. The fact that God Particles have a complete defensive lineup here. They've got a Cypher, they've got a Sova and a Sky, who are just, you know, absolute paramounts of information. And on top of that, they've even got the one player who's been causing damage with the operator, that is Knight Rider, who loves playing on the defense. This guy loves to sit and hold angles and just get free kills, basically, because he doesn't get challenged as much. And of course, there's Ember, who's the pseudo sentinel playing along with the Viper. So on the defense, the side of God Particles are going to feel a lot more comfortable, and they're going to have Knight Rider doing the majority of the rotational work. And that's going to harm RGE a lot, because he's going to be present across the entire map, mid, B, A. And they need to find as many rounds as possible right now on their defense, which hopefully is either a 7 and 5 or an 8 and 4, because a 6 and 6 can harm their chances on the attack. Let's hope not, though, and find out how it goes in. Rio goes in for the ultimate. He will get one. Knight Rider did not even try to dodge it for some reason. And with that is an advantage that they will take with happy arms. Plant goes down, and this semi-Byron could work out for RGE.
It absolutely could. They can now themselves overwhelm their opposition, because so many of them have rotated so quickly because of the toxic screen. No one could see them. All they need is utility to flash them out of the corners. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Deadly 10 gets one bad love with his personal sheriff. He'll be good for another Logista, the only one surviving. What a retake it was from Reckoning. As good as that was, God Particles, I'm sorry, that was not the best post-plant scenario by any stretch of the imagination. All of them were in the bomb side. No one fell back. I know it was a rushed play, but this was just poor. You know, yeah, being in corners, not picking angles, having the utility affect you time after time. There wasn't much they can do, but they brought the situation onto themselves. They made a decision to stay in the bomb side, and that resulted to their loss. So Reckoning Esports, yeah, that round was a freebie right there. They played it nicely. It's very adamant and very clear that the timeout worked for their side. The coach, you know, whatever he must have told, you know, Reckoning, they acted on it in the previous round. You know, they waited for the toxic screen to go down, then they pushed. It was all well, and now Reckoning are back into it as well. They were stopped temporarily, but now God Particles and Reckoning Esports, it's unsure who's going to be winning this round, because we are nearing the final stages of the first half. The economy starts to matter less and less. It's more about how many rounds can you take for yourself.
Knight Rider is looking for some sort of success towards the A side, and he is going to be supported by God. They know where Pixels is, and he's got a very heavy defensive setup here. No outing whatsoever. And Ember's trying to look towards the vent side. Maybe get something. But even he's being held down by Deadly, or there somewhere a pick needs to come out. And while Smoker's got the advantage of knowing where Shivy is, Ember might have the advantage of getting a kill himself. He dashes away, Deadly, and Pixels cleans him up. Bad enough to follow up. Deadly with the third, and RGE make the side of God Particles fall in line. It's like a school assembly. And
oh God.
Pixels just playing around with his food for Smoker to finish it off. 6 and 4, and this is exactly what RGE needed.
It certainly is. I mean, the round that Reckoning lost, right? The one which was like a flawless defeat. What happened right there? The initial kill went in favor of God Particles, and then every subsequent kill started going in their way. To me, both of these teams are really reliant on the fact that which one of the players gets the opening kill. And the opening kill is something that in every single 5 versus 5 FPS shooter, anyone matters a lot, like statistically as well. I'm not just talking like because of emotions and stuff. Statistically, it's shown that if you get the opening kill, your chances of winning the round increase significantly. So once more, we are going to be seeing the opening kill. It goes in favor of Reckoning Esports. Bad Love gets tagged to pit. He's looking for another. Ember gets one onto Deadly 10, and this was a mere overextension from Reckoning. They got one, but then they got greedy, and because of that, they have left the B bomb side open. The Trailblazer is going to go there, spot the bomb side, Logista as well, with the same flank we have seen him doing time and time again. It's going to be successful. This round is over for Reckoning, though.
Yeah, it most certainly is. Pixels, along with Smoker, both towards mid, and they have an idea that Logista is lurking around in their spawn, or either what's the sniper's nest, but they're going to be walking into the crosshairs of Shivy, who spotted one out, spots the other one as well, looking for one. There comes now Logista on the back of it. Easy pickings for him, and this is the timing that I talk about. Logista, such a
Last round before the switch.
important factor for the success of this team, because he just functions on his opponents to be distracted by his own teammates, and that's when he makes a move. Until then, he's just going to be sticking in his little hidey hole, waiting for their opponents to be confused and make them think 400 times, is this guy going to come now? Is he going to come now? Should I peek now? Should I look at the backstab now? And that's exactly in that moment of confusion is when he strikes.
And he is great at that as well. Well, right now it's going to be the final round of the first half. Both the teams, God Particles, they are looking to equalize the score as the members of God Particles. They're going to be pushing through double doors. Not really sure why that happened. However, in a way, it's worked in their favor. They get 2 kills for the price of 1. Smoker at the back of the bomb site. He has to survive for a bit longer. That's his only goal right now. He cannot die. However, oof. Exactly what happens, and now Reckoning, yeah, it's gonna be a 2 versus 4. There's not a major way they can escape from this. Oh, or they may just.
The double up is not really the best of choices in a retake situation, but it could work here. Shivy's left all alone again, and him in this 1v2 has been a love story that's actually worse than Twilight. No, wait, nothing's worse than Twilight, never mind. But I would say RGE are having quite a bit of a time with these double-sided retakes. And, okay, Deadly's just throwing weapons out of the map now.
Ah, that's like throwing weapons to my teammates. Hey, that's every time I drop them. It's like the gun just disappears alongside my credits. Anyways, alright. Well, what hasn't disappeared so far is the lead that Reckoning have built on their defense. And both of us were talking about how, yeah, the defense is going to be the strong suit for both of the teams because of the compositions that they're running, because of the fact that they have the Sentinel, they've got the Viper, you can slow things down significantly. So now God Particles as well, heading into their own defense, someone like Logista with his cyber cages, with his strip wires, his spy cam as well, it's going to be very, very important. Just like what Badler was doing with his own chamber utility, the Sentinels are going to matter a lot. And the strategies, even though the agents are different, the strats should be relatively same for both of the teams. If they do something new, then that excites me. But in the meanwhile, Reckoning, all 5 of them bunched up. Knight Rider spots one of them, takes him down. It's going to be a Jet versus Jet, and Reckoning are planning a take on the site right now. Scargod, he's suppressed. He has to stay alive. Can he get a kill? He has been spotted. He has been rushed. He's been overwhelmed. And that's going to be Smokey getting a headshot.
That was a very, very weird exchange of bullets right there. Shivy's still around the wall though, and he has an idea that one person could be close up to him. He sees him. They exchange bullets, but it's Shivy coming out on top. And the one thing that he's causing all this distraction for is that backstab coming in from Logista and Ember. Smoker, very down low on HP, is not exposed to the side of B main, but he has been detected And now Logista is just holding on to the crossing between his teammate and his opponents. Now they see it. Chivy doesn't even need support. Gets the kill. Goes for one more. What a beautiful round from Chivy. Patience is key, and he displays it perfectly.
Shivi did not move behind that wall, and he knew the members of Reckoning. They were afraid to push him because they were afraid to overextend, and that's exactly the fear he played on. He had ample amount of HP, and he got rid of 3 of the surviving members of Reckoning right there. And all in all, great round from God Particles. You know, the push from Knight Rider worked out. He got 1 kill, but more importantly, the amount of information he got telling to his team that all 5 of them are pushing B main. Be careful. That was like the value of that was far more than the value of that 1 kill he got. But now Reckoning, they're going to go for a standard rush, and it's not going to work out. Yeah, Shivy, the MVP of the previous round. In this case as well, he's gone off with flying colors. You have Pixels in the corner. And Reckoning can't really do much now, can they?
Oh, he doesn't check the corner, but he's... Oh, I actually thought that was Shivy who got the kill, but it was Knight Rider covering up for his teammate. Bad love. 1 complimentary kill does not translate to another. Knight Rider's a little too quick with that Marshall. And while they have dropped 2 weapons, I don't think it's much of a problem because immediately, like I said, this defense is very strong for the side of God Particles. And Knight Rider and Shivy are absolutely tearing it apart.
Yes, they are. And that's the thing now. Reckoning Esports. You know, now they're the ones who have got to start winning. What exactly happened in in half 1? Reckoning lost the pistol, their eco, but then they won 4 rounds consecutively. If they need a chance to win this map, that has got to happen again as Knight Rider. He pushes a little too much, but doesn't get punished for it. That's helpful for his side. Shivy as well with the Hunter feeding very early on. It makes you think, why exactly did he use it? He tagged a couple of the members. Knight Rider, he gets rid of Deadly 10. And yeah, Reckoning Esports, this is really not looking good from their side. Not really sure what their plan is as well.
Did you see that? Battler was holding down the trigger for so long, but the minute he hit that, tripwire was when Shivy was actually rotating. He could have gotten a free kill if he had waited for 2 more seconds. But all of that doesn't matter right now because RGE are losing players and they're losing players fast. And Smoker needs to make something happen. And he's got a lot of information. He's calling them to come towards the B side. But he's being a little too... Okay, I thought he was going to give up that for a minute. But Bad Love adds up to the tally as well. And now they've got something to work with. Logista needs to connect this. He will. 3 versus 2 still in the favor of the defense here. But Smoker says no. Logista needs to find a miracle here. And that's going to translate into a kill. He hears one, sees him, but he doesn't know where the other one is. He's been detected and he's walking towards the other side.
Wait,
Yeah,
where's
what?
Wipe?
Why is Pixels... What is Pixels doing? He's left his teammate all alone, and that's gonna mean a free kill. He's trying to play for the plant here, but it's still a little difficult because it's a 2v1. They should expect this. He sticks the defuse, and oh my god, Pixels, how do you not kill him then?
No, that was... I mean,
That
as
is-
soon as the flash went out, and the members of Reckoning heard, Logista be right here. Surely that must have been the call for Pixels to be like, rotate back. He's got his back turned to you. Then we can take on the final member individually.
CCV, it's not even about them trying to, play together or, turn their backs. I think Coach Blue is probably going to be talking about that. It's the fact that the one player who's supposed to hold them off on the side, Smoker, was unnecessarily peaking because what his role was in that moment was to keep the players of his, of God Particles engaged. Not in gunfight, but in the form of distraction, which he was doing really well until the moment he stood out in the open and Logista found basically what he wanted, a 1v1 that he was bound to win. Right? And eventually, Pixels was in a situation where he thought, okay, you know what? Now I cannot turn back. I have to go in for this play off the post plant. He could not even end up finishing off Knight Rider, who had the disadvantage, who was defusing the spike and could have easily been shot down. And then it was just on to Logista, who was literally less than 20 HP. 1 bullet could have sufficed, but Pixels just whiffed. That's basically the story. The distraction that Smoker could have caused would have been from him just sitting on the back of site. Just sitting there, firing blank bullets. That would have ended the round right there, because Pixels would have gotten time to go in for that huge rotate, and he would have been able to hold off the crossfire.
Exactly. Yeah, Reckoning screwed up. And now they have to, suffer through the consequences as well, as is Valorant, as is real life. You mess up, you gotta deal with what happens next. And for Reckoning, it's going to be a full-on eco. I mean, not a full-on eco, upgraded pistols, but really it's all the same towards the end. This practically means God Particles may just be getting another round for their side, and God Particles, who were down 2 rounds heading into this half, are now up 2 rounds. Well, essentially may just be after this round is over. I don't think Reckoning will be able to turn this over a lot. The timeout is done. After the previous timeout, Reckoning were helped a lot in their play. Oh, Night Rider, he's completely flashed out. We're gonna check that angle. They have suppressed him. However, he still gets that kill, and Reckoning, their hopes of this execute, they're gonna be shattered.
Well, that was the one round that RGE really had to win, the one before this, because that was their buy round, and now they're in deep trouble. This defense, like I said, is very, very strong for God Particles, and they're exploiting it to the best of their abilities. They do not even care about playing halls. They're playing it so passively. Shivi just throws in an owl drone to scare Bad Love away, and now he's going to be playing with time. He throws in a recon to try and close out the close corners, to make sure nobody's next to him, while Scar God is causing menace towards mid. The spike is dropped in no man's land. They are absolutely in a very confused state right now. No idea where to go. While Deadly 10 has got a Vandal and Bad Love has got his ultimate.
I have the spike.
What do you do in this situation? You don't even have a smoker to play with. Pixels is already far gone to the beyond.
They're gonna be planning a B take, but look at the amount of utility, not just from Logistra with his tripwires, but from the other members, and not to mention the players that are already here. Deadly 10 dashes right into it. Ember's there. The cyber cage prevents anyone from pushing. They're gonna try. They're gonna be flashed. This is game over for the side of Reckoning Esports. Stargod with 1 kill. Bad Love, he will be getting the revenge, but that's only a single. God Particles don't mind giving away a single kill for the price of 5 and a round when it means the most to them. And this should be meaning the most to Reckoning. If they lose this round, it pretty much can be classified as game over. God Particles may just end up taking the win on the map of Breeze. As we talked about before, it's a very strong map for their side. Reckoning, we haven't really seen them. Reckoning, though, they need to win this round. And the thing is, Reckoning are going for extremely one-dimensional pushes. I mean, even right now, look at them all towards bunched up Castle. Earlier, God Particles, they were changing up their strategies. They were going left, right, and center. And once more, Reckoning are just gonna attempt a 5-man rush. But why? The toxic screen is nice, but the null command's also there. They will get side control, but in the retake, surely they have to be at a disadvantage.
Oh, that's a spike as well. The spike is on the back of side, and Ember's found too. They're going to try and revive his teammate, but no, this spam here could get Deadly 10. He's still stuck in the corner. Logistra finds one more. There's only one player left towards the B main side, and he comes out through. Bad Love in the 1v3. Just a 1 kill. He now needs 1 and teleport away, maybe. He spams towards Shivi, but Night Rider comes from the corner. And that is an amazing behold. Even though it was 5 players against 2 at the very beginning of it, Scargod and Ember especially, held down the ground so well, played on sound cues, timed his peaks perfectly, found the one most important kill that he had to, and that was Smoker, and the rest was just RGE crippling themselves onto the side because they had nowhere to run, nothing to go. The spike was on the back of side and they were out in the open. And Ember was just, causing damage by standing where he stood. That's it.
And God Particles, they are stood where they were.
Oh,
after
come
the
on,
first
Bad
round.
Love.
Yeah, but the only thing is they're so much more stronger right now. Reckoning, extremely weak buy from their side, and this is pretty much wraps right now. I don't see Reckoning changing up a lot, even after this round. I mean, this round, we all know it's gonna go the way of God Particles. The strategy of Reckoning isn't changing. They're attempting 5-man rushes. Breeze just doesn't seem to be their map. So if you're a member of Reckoning, if you're Coach Blue, or if you're a Reckoning fan as well, I guess take hope in Bind and Haven, because right here, Reckoning do not seem like they'll be taking the win. Here it just feels like it's going to be God Particles securing themselves their first map after they've been picked up by a new organization, after it started like it's going to be a new future for their side, and they're going to start off with a nice win. Although this round, it can still technically go anyway. Reckoning are attempting a push, one from tube, one right here from A main, but the gunfights they're taking, they're losing. Ember with a double. Shivi is still at the back of the bomb side with 30 seconds remaining, and the only person being Pixels. I don't think much is gonna happen.
He does get one though. He was almost out, but now he's on a 5 HP. The cabbage has slowed him, and he's gonna be detected towards halls. They know he's still here. There's no way he's escaping from the clutches of Knight Rider. 11 the score right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is do or die for the side of RG. They lose this round, it's match point, and it's almost game over, because their buy is scattered across now. Deadly 10 and Pixels might be the only players who would be possibly able to buy up a weapon in the next round. Everybody else, they're going to be stuck with Spectres, Marshals, maybe a Guardian and half armor at best. This is a very, very risky situation, and they need to win this, and Bad Love needs that first pick with the operator.
The opportunities for Reckoning are decreasing by the second. Not only have Reckoning lost the member, there's the Viper split on A main as well. Yeah, Reckoning, they get a trade in response. But once more, where are you going to execute? You need Pixels. Yeah, Pixels is going to become the Logista. He pushes up towards metal doors right now. He's looking for a play. However, I don't think he should be revealing his location anytime soon. Rather, he should be going for a sneak play from defender spawn. As that is what is... That is something. Okay, Smokey. Alright. I guess he pulled it off successfully. Not much to say. Pixels reveals his location, and now God Particles know. It's gonna be an A take. But how are they going to be dealing with this Viper split? Well, I guess all of them are going to be pushing from Cube. It's a risky strat, but it may just work out.
No. Knight Rider been spotted out, slowed for a couple of seconds, sees one, sees two, needs to connect at least one shot, but Badla's gonna be the one doing it. And now Ember, he has to be the hero. Hey, no, he's still in this Viper's pit, and Logista's trying to make them a nice ham and cheese sandwich by coming in from the other end. What Logista right now needs to do is cause distraction and get a kill. There's the first. Now they're gonna be worried about what's gonna come from the backside. He's gonna jump down to look at any point he can and maybe get a kill. And him walking into this Viper's pit will get him that probably. He looks in the right direction, but he will turn around immediately. There comes a kill from Rio, being a little bit sneaky. And finally, RGE find a round in the second half. This is their first round in the second half.
Better late than never, I guess. I mean, but still, they have a lot more work to do. Good stuff from Reckoning. The round, even though it wasn't look like it was gonna go in their favor, did end up going nonetheless. So that's good stuff. It shows that Reckoning, no matter the situation that they're in, there are chances. There is a small probability they can pull it back. But they have to keep on doing that for a lot more rounds consecutively. They cannot give even a single one to God Particles. The thing is though, if they tag God Particles, if they win this round as well, the chances of God Particles being in a lot of financial trouble increases, because they won't be able to afford their rifles and operators for a lot longer. So they have to play smartly. They can make this win, and they have not gone off to the best of starts. Pixel is gonna go for the same play he was early on. Is it gonna work? Highly unlikely.
Well, he's stuck in this corner. That shock dart's gonna touch him slightly, and that's gonna give him a little bit more of a tickle. He's down to less than half of his HP. All that Shivi needs right now is to put 2 bullets into his body, or 1 straight to his head. Logista's got the B side covered as well as mid tunnels, and if anybody chooses to go towards Sniper's Nest to cut off rotations, he's got his eyes on everything. All the things that RGE are going to be thinking about. Logista's going to cut it off. There it is. He spots out 2. He's going to play along with his cages. But RGE have different plans. They're running back. And Shivi knows that Pixels is not going to give this spot up.
Yeah.
Should come in about any second now. Knight Rider misses his shots. Looks for the second, but he's been blinded. There's no way he gets that. Shivi has taken out Pixels though. So that's the smokes getting out of the play. Here's one backstab. Ember perfectly played from him. He hit into A main and waited and waited and waited. And again, ladies and gentlemen, patience is the key to success, it seems. The plant will go down, but it doesn't even matter because Logista comes in, finds the kill, and he would have even won the round because Shivi would have traded off for him immediately if Logista had died. Match point, ladies and gentlemen, and RGE are looking towards Bind with a little bit of a disadvantage, it seems.
Yeah, from the looks of it, Reckoning Esports, like we talked about, it's a map we haven't seen from their side in a while. God Particles, they've been looking strong on it, and once more, they're going to continue their streak of domination. The thing is now, all the opportunity, all the advantage will very soon lie with God Particles heading into Bind, and they can just overturn the tables. There'll be a lot of factors helping them. But right now, we still need to see the conclusion for the map of Split. We still need to see where this is going to move on from. Because so far, Reckoning Esports, they have one final chance. They need to win 4 rounds consecutively, go into overtime, and then they can try and go for a win. But we know it's very, very minuscule chance or a probability of that happening. So far, God Particles have got the second half entirely under the wraps, entirely under their control. They've given away only a single round to Reckoning, and there doesn't seem to be a major way in which Reckoning can try and change the course of that.
Well, this is their last try. Let's see what Reckoning have got on their hands. There goes the null command, and Smoker trying to clear out the side, but Logista's unfazed. He wants these kills. The plant will go down. Logista can't stop it, but he's gonna have to move into that smoke, and that smoke causes his death. Unfortunately, RGE have got the plant down, and that's exactly what they need. A post plant in places now, and Badlove's causing trouble elsewhere.
Holding this extreme angle, beautiful one kill for him. He's gonna get traded out, and though with his skill, he did manage to get that frag like I just mentioned, but it cost him his life at no trades whatsoever. And that's a bit of a problem for God Particles, who are now in this retake scenario. And the thing is, Reckoning know about their location, no chance for any sneaky play whatsoever happening. Bad Love is right here in the tubes, and Shivi, he's gonna be playing the corners, but time is ticking down for the defenders. They need to do something, and they won't be able to. Night Rider will be good for 1 kill, and that's that. It's gonna be Reckoning Esports winning another round. They have to keep this charade up for a while longer as well. And not only do Reckoning have to win rounds, they have to win rounds without giving away a lot of their economy. Because honestly, economy doesn't matter a lot anymore. For God Particles, they may have to think about saving a little bit and, thinking when are they going to have credits. For Reckoning, it's plain and simple. Every round is buy as much as possible, because if you lose that round, it's game over. There will be no second chance. So Reckoning can go for rifles pretty much every single round or whatever they want to go for. God Particles, on the other hand, they have to be a bit more careful with their finances.
Night Rider holding down such a perfect angle. His aggression is unparalleled at this moment, and on defense, we all know how good this man can be. 25 kills and 12 deaths. He's on a 2+ KD ratio right now. And he's just caused RGE to rethink their entire decision. One of them is on site. He can dash away deadly if need be. He's playing around with Destiny right now. Goes for it. Gets away just about. Not completely out of the blue just yet. Now he needs to be worried. The recon will detect them. No, it won't actually. It's right behind that pillar. And this RGE push is all in or nothing towards the A side, ladies and gentlemen. This is practically it.
Yep, they're gonna go for it. Just up with the triple. My god, no one expected him to be there. And that's the Rio all by himself. 2 bullets now. He won't be able to do anything. God Particles are the winners of map number 1 of this best of 3. And Logista, what a performance. What move it was from him. We have known him to hold these angles time and time again, to go for these pushes, and that's exactly what he did in this scenario as well. Reckoning were like, well, Tetley was just there 5 seconds ago. No one could have moved in. Guess what? Logista took the gamble, and it absolutely paid off with 3 kills right at the start of the execute, shutting it all down.
That is a tough loss to take. They had good synergy in the first half, but like I said, God Particles are absolutely impenetrable on the defense of Breeze, especially with that composition that they played with. When you have a Cypher, Viper, a Sky, and a Sova, it's information galore for you. And a Pseudo Sentinel who constantly gives you damage every time you pass through her utility. So this is going to be a tough loss to take in. But hey, it's a learning curve, and they're gonna have to try and figure out how they can play better on Breeze in the time to come. But this is now tournament life on the line. Right now, all the focus needs to be on Bind, how they maneuver across it. Is it gonna be the same way as it was against Enigma? Because Enigma have a set form of defaults on Bind, but God Particles aren't really that predictable. They always switch up on stuff. We've seen Logista play different roles. He plays a killjoy mostly on Bind, but if he wants to switch it up, he can. While we move to the match highlights and talk about all of this, we do have one bit of, I want to say unpredictability about God Particles on Bind itself.
Yeah.
Kargod could be picking up the raise, and that is again one thing that they need to be very worried about, because that man has done quite a number while playing the raise, and that is one of his favorite agents. While he does have to play multiple roles in this team, I think when he has the raise, he's at the best of his abilities. And while the one thing on the map of Breeze is that Shivi, how many times was he in these 1v2 scenarios, man?
A lot. Yeah, that was the thing. That so many of the times, there were instances where God Particles, either they lurked up or they found themselves in this 1 versus 2 and they still managed to pull through. I mean, there were many, many instances where, Reckoning Esports had the advantage. They should have won the round, but they didn't. And then there were times like these where, I mean, what exactly is going on? You're not really sure how God Particles managed to win, but guess what? They did. Moving on over to Bind, yeah, this dynamic nature of God Particles, like you mentioned, their unpredictability is going to help them a lot. But how much? Because the thing is, you can't really be that unpredictable when you have such confined spaces, as is the case with Bind. The more open Breeze is, that's how claustrophobic Bind and its walls can be. Walls or something we don't really see that much in Breeze. In Bind, that's all we know about. So it's going to be interesting seeing a GP play there. Reckoning Esports, they still are in it. I wouldn't say. If they win Bind, which I believe they will, on Haven, both of the teams have got equal chances. And on Haven, both of the teams as well, they've had their histories with that very map. They've had their reasons to win and to lose for a while. And it may work in either one of their favor. But anyways, enough about Haven. I don't want to talk about that just now. Until the time comes, yeah, we can keep that one to ourselves. Bind though is still for sure going to be on the maps, as right now, taking a look at the maps, the mini maps as well from Reckoning, a lot of the times in their attack, Reckoning were just going for these 5-man executes together, and that just signified like not having that many strats in your book. It's just like we're 5 people together, let's fulfill our roles, and then they did. And in the kill department as well, both the teams, they fulfilled their roles, but God Particles, they were just a lot better in killing their opposition.
Actually, the man was an absolute beast on the defensive side. He woke up perfectly. And, I said this time and time again, Knight Rider is a defense-sided jet main. His attack might be good on multiple, fronts, but I think he's more consistent on his defensive sides, be what map. And I think that he is going to have a lot more to do on the Bind map as well. But I think that this is going to be a lot more difficult for him, particularly because the side of Reckoning, have a wide range of strategies on Bind. But hey, if he's going to be able to pull off the 25 kills that he's got right now, or even if anywhere between the number of 20 and 30, maybe more, then God Particles are not going to be having a problem. Ember played absolutely brilliantly, Logista as well. Both the, players who are the backbones of God Particles just pulled through at the most opportunistic moments. The most important times were when they got the kills and they caused, complete enigmatic differences in the entire map. But hey, that's been all for the map of Breeze, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to bind now, and that's going to be coming up in a couple of minutes. And while this does come up, do go down to the description and check out for our sponsors. We've got 656, who are our apparel partners. If you want some pretty great jerseys, you got this one. Our gaming partners, Intel, who provide the best gaming value by providing the overall best gaming experience. So don't forget to follow the hashtag GameWithIntel to know more about what they're doing on the technological front. And Crucial, who power our entire tournament and give us the best and fastest SSDs. There's a lot more coming, ladies and gentlemen. And until then, go check out our sponsors, and we'll be back with Bind to see whether or not Reckoning are going to be in this competition or are they going to get knocked out.
the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Hey guys, I'm Ankita. Welcome to Streamer Reviews, the place where you can watch gamers review the best new gaming laptops in the market. Gamers love exploring the vivid detailing of their favorite games. This demands a system that can support their immersive experience. So, we'll be checking out the Intel-powered Lenovo Legion 5, a laptop with features that let you dive into the exciting world of gaming. One of the most important aspects of the Lenovo Legion 5 is its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, with a base clock speed of 2.3 GHz up to 4.6 GHz turbo. It flaunts 8 cores, 16 threads and 24 MB cache. The Legion 5 lets you untether your gaming experience with Intel Wi-Fi 6, ensuring you can enjoy your favorite games wherever you like. Play on the go with up to 75% less latency. The Lenovo Legion AI engine optimizes performance automatically to any of the top 16 AAA games you're playing, with auto detection dynamically allocating CPU and GPU usage accordingly to get up to 15% more FPS. Speaking of senses, there's another sense that's also important for an immersive experience: sound. Thankfully, the Legion 5 has this covered as well. A pair of stereo speakers enabled with dynamic audio gives you an immersive 3D audio experience. Why wait? Get your own Lenovo Legion 5 and dive into the world of gaming today.
Welcome back everyone to LGL Review. Welcome back everyone to LGL Review presents the Esports Club Season 4, powered by Crucial, apparel partner Six5Six, and gaming partner Intel. Intel provided the best gaming value by providing the best gaming experience overall. Make sure you follow the hashtag Game with Intel to see what they're up to and what we're up to here in today's matchup between the side of God Particles and Reckoning Esports. Well, map 1 is done and dusted. 39 God Particles. They chose the map of Breeze. They ended up winning the map of Breeze as well. But now we move on over to the selection of Reckoning Esports. That's gonna be Bind.
Yep, and Bind is going to be a lot more competitive, I believe. I think because of the fact that God Particles are pretty good on Bind, but I think Reckoning Esports are actually right now having a much better time, a great time on Bind. I think that they have their composition absolutely, kept in place. They are
Yeah.
very composed with the way they play around with the both attack and the defense. The defense, especially because they usually go for that defensive lineup. I think that's exactly what they're going to be doing even now. But yeah, we'll see how it all ends up for them. And the players are ready, and so are we, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not delay this any longer. We've got the map, probably either the final map or the second map of this series. Let's go into bind. The agent selections are up, and we've got the players locked and loaded.
You know, one thing about Reckoning's loadout yesterday against the likes of Enigma that I want to see. Oh, okay. I was going to talk about, the Brimstone, Bad Love. Because after that game yesterday, we saw patch 4.05 drop. And the thing was that Brim got a significant nerf right there. His stim beacon got reduced from 2 to only having a single one of them. And plus the cost of that has increased from 100 credits to 200. And secondly, the raise as well. She has received, I'd say it's a nerf. It's going to be the delay. Once you have the satchels, once you're flying in the satchels, bringing out your ultimate, bringing out your regular rifles or your pistols as well, takes a lot longer.
Are we going to see a no duelist comp on bind from the side of God Particles if Knight Rider does choose to go for the chamber?
I don't know. Maybe.
This is a first. I don't think I've seen in our region particularly a no duelist comp coming.
Let me think, because there have been no duelist comps. I do remember some team in some tournament. I'm not really sure which tournament it was. It was a couple of months ago. But I can assure you that this is not the first time we are seeing like
never mind.
Okay. Well, no, my point doesn't stand anymore. But what my point was earlier was Raze not being there. We know Raze to be the agent for bind, just like Jet is for something like Haven or Send. But we have known, Raze to be that agent for bind. But with that nerf that Raze has just received, I was talking about the satchel one. Is Raze going to be played? The answer is going to be no. This is what I was looking forward to. Here at the Esports Club, this is the first match we have right now after patch 4.05 has dropped. And seeing that Brimstone is still in play but Raze isn't is interesting. And talking about the comps as well, this is just like really, I have no clue what's gonna happen next kind of comps.
Well, let's figure it out. We've got a double controller and double initiator on one side. And pretty much the same on the other, forgive me. I saw the KO as a duelist for a second. But it is the exact same composition in terms of agents spread out across different regions. But I would say that the side of RGE, again, the KO allows them a lot more attacking potential than the Sky. And I think that's exactly what they're going to be trying to bank upon to get as many rounds as they can in the attack, because on the defense, they're actually pretty strong. They did get a lot more value yesterday against Enigma when they still had the Raze in play, but let's see how it's going to go down. Very interesting wall setup over here from Logista towards B. And that does activate a lot of room for him to play with. Oh, Smoker! Scar got exchange bullets, but I don't know how the hell he did not connect that in the first place.
Anyways, okay, God Particles playing a very defensive setup right now, Reckoning just like what they were trying on B's. They're going to be attempting a major push towards the B bomb side. Scar got 22 HP. He really cannot risk even a single second of a peek. And God Particles, they have to realize it's going to be a B hit from Reckoning unless they try teleporting. Because 4 of the defense members are right here. What is Reckoning planning? We can see one of their members, Ember, is going to be pushing A shot. However, Jet is watching that very angle on the A bomb side. We can see this gunfight take place. Yep. No! He loses that gunfight. This is going to force rotations all over to happen from the members of Reckoning Esports. Shivi already in the bomb side. He doesn't have to make a sound. He cannot make a sound. God Particles are spread out all over. They have to deny the spike from going down.
30 seconds left.
Shivi, the one man who can stop this. He goes for the first kill, does not get the second though. There comes the support from A shot. And now it's a 1v2. 10 HP on Ember. And he's gonna play around the world. That was okay. He tried to give off a fake sound cue, it seems, maybe going from the other side, but that was not gonna be the case because nobody is close by enough to listen to that. Time is ticking. The health is very low, and of course, he has no stars to work with. It's just about time that he loses his life, and there it is. RGE win the pistol. What advantage the side of God Particles had assumed in the first couple of seconds had completely washed away as soon as that kill onto Scar God came through.
Yeah, that, the Knight Rider dying on A as well, that was what caused the entire domino effect chain reaction to take place, because, you know, God Particles went from having control of the B bomb side to then just being spread out all of the map, losing the gunfights. This was also an example of God Particles not having the best pistols compared to their opponents. I mean, a lot of times in like FPS shooters, you know, which person has the better pistol is also a main point, because, yeah, having pistol accuracy is far different than having rifles. God Particles, yeah, losing their gunfights, a big blow to their side. Now they have to go for the eco. No way around it whatsoever. They cannot take the risk of forcing it. And Reckoning, they're gonna go for a proper anti-eco buy. We can spot a Bulldog, we can spot Spectres, full armor. Nothing really different about this round theoretically. It's all the same thing. And theoretically speaking as well, we should be able to get the result pretty quickly. It should be a Reckoning win. And they should be trying to give as few kills possible. Meanwhile, though, the members of God Particles, they've pushed up some showers. It's going to be a full-on push right here from Asia. The stim beacon goes through. Everyone is looking to get kills. Embo, oh, he can kill the person planting the spike, but no. He sneaked his way through. However, it's not going to pay off. Rio with the double kill. Scar got the only person alive, and like I said, yeah, theoretically, it should be a Reckoning win. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, Scar God was looking for one, but no, it's not going to be the case. It is a flawless round. But here's where the trouble starts for RGE. If this buy round goes in the favor of God Particles, and what they had in mind is not going to be working out, because they really would be aiming to win this bonus. Momentum heavy is what they base their play on Bind. Let's see what they can actually do about it. RGE looking to execute towards the B side yet again. A heavy stack of 3 players coming in towards B long, and Smoker, 1 KO towards Hoka, who has been spotted out. Pixels will take out Logista towards the A side, and that's that one annoying little player that you always hate to face off. Pixels is that guy. They're spread across the entire region here, and now they're moving back towards A. They know that they've got advantage over there. Ember's the only one standing. His stars are deployed. He's going to be detected in that corner, I believe. No, he's not. He's actually going to be okay here, and it's all onto him. He does not want to spray down. He spins it on the right time. Tries to get away. Is safe for the moment. And here comes the backstab. Scar God trying to cause trouble, but it's Ember who's going to be the main man defending this A side. Smoker's having trouble. Deadly comes in to take out Ember. But it's still a 3 versus 3 that Knight Rider wants to eliminate to a 3 versus 0. But Deadly! He's placed down 2 like it's nothing. He lines up both of them and gets the 4th. What a bonus round from Deadly.
It was all one on the back of Deadly, getting a 4K right there. God Particles were looking so strong. Ember died. He was the linchpin right there. And that was the play that put God Particles in a little bit of a disadvantage. But still, it was looking like a very good retake up until the moment Deadly 10 got that Vandal back in his hands, up until the moment Deadly started peeking the corners, shooting the people, and thus getting the kills. That was doom for God Particles, and this is just the aftermath of an apocalypse, because look at the economy right now. It's never going to recover, like never does after an apocalypse. God Particles are suffering badly, and we now know for sure for the fact that why Reckoning, this is known as their home map. They are playing to the best of their abilities. You know, their setup is looking good as well. The side swap may help God Particles to get a couple of rounds, but so far in the first half, I honestly expect Reckoning to take this in a very, very one-sided manner.
Oh, Knight Rider, come on. That was a free kill right there, my friend. Bad Love's gonna jump out to get Scar God. Bad Love will find Ember. Bad Love will find Logista as well. And it's all onto Shivi, who's running away for his life.
That's it. Another round done. Reckoning Esports so far, they're gonna be 4 up. But at the same time, we have known Reckoning to get 4 rounds consecutively. And after that, God Particles start to make their comeback. The first half of Breeze was similar. The only thing was, in the first half of Breeze, the members of God Particles, they actually did manage to win out the pistol and the anti-eco. Here, God Particles do not have a round ever since this map has started. and everything's looking fine for them except for the kills. I mean, so far, someone like Nitride as well struggling a lot. It seems to be affecting him right from the pistol. You know, he lost that one duel and he's not been able to recover that much. I mean, yeah, kills, it's not just about them, it's also about the team coordination. And the thing is, God Particles, they're failing in a lot of the respects a lot of the times. They, yeah, kills, we can see the scoreboard, not up to mark, 0 for Nitride, 0 for Logista. Then the team play, they're rotating far too quickly, they're isolating that one person, kind of like Ember was in the A-bomb set a couple of rounds ago. Nothing just seems to be clicking for this defense.
Oh, Pixels. This time he's the one gonna be taking the hit towards that A-shot position. Shivy, spotted out, gets back to safety. Does have nobody supporting him for the moment, but Ember makes his way here. Immediately running in. He's got his stars being placed down and he's done with all of them now. Here goes the orbital strike. Flashes come out and they're running straight into the site now. Ember needs to be careful. Wants to get one. Gets one. But he's lost his teammates. He finds 3 and Ember is the hero of this round and a 4K for him to settle this fight. A much needed round and Ember. What a clean 4K from him.
It's, I mean, yeah, taking a look at the replay as well. That's one headshot, second headshot, third headshot. Come on, you can do this. That's the fourth headshot as well. Headshot percentage skyrocket, skills skyrocket, and the confidence of God Particles. Well, you already know exactly what's going to happen to it as well. It's going to skyrocket as well. And the best coincidence is, universe, it's been 3 rounds consecutively. We have had 3 different members get 4Ks. When have you ever seen that happening? Other people getting 4Ks. Like, it's really something you don't see that often. But anyways, it's just a coincidence. Nothing much what matters right now are the plays in Nitride once again pushing with the operator. Deadly 10. Oh, he up drops. Is he gonna stay alive? Nitride, we know him to be a great jet on defense, and he still has to live up to the name right now, as we are seeing gunfights take place on all fronts, showers and even hookah towards mid.
Oh, the timing on that. Nitride might want to push in and he will hold that angle towards a shot, but he definitely has heard somebody running away from the other side and he's actually pushing up. That's a huge advantage. But look at Deadly 10. He's still towards showers and he's gonna call this out to his teammates. They're gonna teleport now in just about a couple of seconds, I believe. That should be a free kill coming in. No! Shizzy!
What? Oh, okay.
He tried to line them up. He does not, though. He gets damage onto one. There's one teleport. Very weird exchange of positioning. But Deadly 10 has got the A side all for himself. He jumps up. Logista spots him. And he had his poison bite in his hands. What the hell is happening?
Down A.
Yeah, I have no clue. And to bring on even more confusion, we've got the Cosmic Divide being used up from Ember as well. What exactly is going on? I have no idea. Nitride are going to be pushing in from Shaw's. Deadly 10 towards defender spawn. He gets 1 kill, looking for another scar. Got 15 HP. He needs to land this headshot. Deadly 10, is he going to be peeking the angle? I don't think so. Oh, Reckoning Esports, from the looks of it, they have this under control. Maybe. Oh, yeah, I don't think Nitride will be able to pull this one back out. The fragment goes as well, delaying him even further. He's going to be peeking the corner. He may just lose his life. He may just lose the AWP. Flashes are going to go through. Bad love with a jump shot with the classic. That is going to be the and Reckoning Esports. Another round 1 for their side. And so far, taking a look at their bootcamp as well, they still know it's the attack. They still know that in like as soon as a side swap happens, God Particles may have a chance to start winning. So they have got to be careful with how they're performing right now.
Well, that is true. God Particles love to play on the defense, especially Nitride. They haven't found as much success in this map in the early stages at least, but they need a little bit more. Nitride's going for it. Blind comes in, sees a multitude of players, and that's the problem. But Scargod will trade back with 2 though. There's still a 3v3. Shivy needs to get away immediately. There's no way he can be giving up his life over here. And Logista's in towards Hookah to cause a little bit more damage. He's got a charge and he's got Pixels on the other side. Shivy goes in for the ultimate. He's trying to find a kill, but it's not going to work out for him. Pixels, he needs to find this. But no, why does Logista take out his pistol at that time? Oh man, the timing of these wipers, and somehow Pixels finds the better of it. And that leaves Ember to try and defend the 6th round of RGE from not happening. But there's no way that's gonna be the case. Peeks out, gives his life. Rio with the 3rd. And number 6 for the side of RGE. What a great start on Bind.
It has been. I mean, from the looks of it, Reckoning Esports, they're looking to close this half out with like something like a 10-2. And honestly, I think they can. From the looks of it, so far, 10-2 seems to be like a rational option. Unless God Particles take a major U-turn in their playstyle right now, I don't think they'll be stopping. They'll be able to stop Reckoning anytime soon. It's highly unlikely because no matter the guns that God Particles have, it's just about the positioning, and they're losing the gunfights as well. I don't know if it's a case of confidence. I don't know what the case is, but God Particles are just not at the strength they were in the previous map of Breeze. It's like a lot has been taken away from their side, and once more look at that. Operator was there, loses to the Vandal. You've got Scargod and Shivi in the B bomb side. Are they going to be able to survive? My inkling says not really.
Mocha's walking away from this. Shivi is doubling up with his teammate. Both the initiators want to push up and try and get whatever they can. They've even dumped off the operator so that they can't save it. It's in the teleporter. And Shivi, he has one player to worry about here, and that's Smoker. There it is. He's being spotted, but Shivi still doesn't connect. He's just not been able to do the same damage that he did in the previous map. And that's causing him trouble and his team as well. Rio wants this kill though. He goes in and he will be a little reckless about it. Ember finds one on the other side thanks to his Viper Spit. And back to B, they rotate. It's a 3 versus 3. Reckoning got a little too reckless there. I don't know why Rio had to go for that shock dart. He could have just gone with the team. And now Scargod's gonna find a free kill. Beautiful, he even has a spike. And while Deadly comes in for the backstab, he's still gonna be going down to Ember. 4 HP. About 10 seconds left. The plant will definitely go down, but he needs to plant this safe. He throws in a grenade. Forgive me. He throws in a flash grenade.
Enough time.
Oh, he just needs to stay alive, and he gets the kill as well. Beautiful stuff from the side of Ember. What the hell were RG thinking? Why were they pushing unnecessarily on angles that they have absolutely no need to peek? I think that one kill that came onto Rio thanks to Scargod was what turned the entire round apart. And them trying to gain ground onto Logista in his Viper Spit, that was another mistake.
Exactly, there was no need to. It's a Viper Spit. If you have the numbers, just ignore it. The Viper will be forced out of it sooner rather than later. You have multiple entrances into a bomb site. It was on A. It wasn't even on a place like Hookah. But regardless of that, God Particles, they take another round, and Knight Rider, he's a little too aggressive. It pays off. Well, so far it does, because it allows 3 kills to go in favor of God Particles. Smoker, he'll be getting a bit of recompensation, but not really. Deadly 10 from B long as well. It's an entire swap that has happened. The attackers have the bomb side, but the defenders, they're gonna go for an overpowered retake as soon as the spike gets planted.
Well, it is towards the B long side, and they know that because the B long has been covered by Deadly. So they are going to be playing for that angle. Shivi wants to pop out and maybe get a kill, but that one tap is absolutely ruthless. Smoker spots one. It's not one where the other is. Now he must. That knife needs to be destroyed, and that's a good thing. Logista does it. Flash goes out, but there comes the null command. Deadly gets one, and Smoker doubles up with the crossfire. Was perfect. And Reckoning immediately reconcile. Find the 7th. And that's the advantage already established before going into the second half.
I think that advantage may just be increased even further. I mean, God Particles really not on par. And even in this scenario, I mean, it was a 3 versus 2. They could have played it together, but they went for such a disjointed push. First, you had Shivi all alone in towards pushing from B long. Granted, that was just him being unlucky, getting one tapped in the dome right there. But even after that, the 2 surviving members, one falling and then dying, then the other falling and then dying. it was a mistake from God Particles, and right now they
Yeah.
need this tactical timeout to help their side because they need to figure out some other strategy to at least get an 8-4. A 9-3 would be a bit bad, let's just say. 8-4 would be still fine. Anything more, that's really into danger territory, and that is going to give so much advantage and so much probability to Reckoning to just etch out the win very comfortably on the map of Bind, kind of like yesterday when they did against Enigma. And very soon, like we were talking about in the pre-match presentation, we could just be going to the decider map of Haven.
Well, let's find out how it all ends up over here. Because right now, 8 and 4 looks likely. 9 and 3 also looks likely. Because the way RGE are playing, they're going to be taking everything from the map of Bind. They're not giving up even an inch. And Scargod just walks out on the basis of him not listening. His bird giving out that blinded sound. Expecting to get a little bit of an aggressive positioning. But he's not going to be able to do anything. Pixels holding down the line. They're going towards the B set. It's completely empty. And there's nothing that God Particles can do about it. There's the round secure right there. The plant goes down. Pixels is going to probably find one kill. Maybe a second. Bammed across. Will be taken out through the smoke. A weapon retrieved. But what can you do?
Nothing. Really can't. The spice planted on the other side. The teleport's gonna happen from Chevy. Bad Love, he's moiled it off. He's got his orbital strike as well. But that's really if there's a very desperate situation here. Reckoning Esports even haven't had to use any of their ultimates. That's the thing. Oh, okay. Bad Love O-peaks the angle, but there's Deadly 10 to hold the same angle. This could have been a close round, but time is of the essence. And Knight Rider, he's got to push into the bomb site. He's desperate, and in doing so, in pulling off the desperate moves, he loses his life. Ember's still there. However, yeah, Reckoning Esports, they still get it. So very close by God Particles, but the time, that was it. Because of that very reason, Reckoning, they knew they were in control one way or another. Even if all of their members died, they have a lot in the bank, you know, in terms of credit wise, in hopes that they can fall by, which they are able to, and then winning the round as well. It was theirs from the start. So God Particles, they are looking well right now. Only in the department of economy. That's it. They are gonna go for a full buy. Other than that, their play style, it still needs a major improvement if they want to get more than 2 rounds.
Well, let's figure out the strategy because Deadly 10 has been on a roll. Right now, he's Deadly 20. He's looking for Deadly 21. There it is. A beautiful kill, and this guy has been on a roll. Unfortunately for Logista and Shivi, they're having probably the worst of games. 1 kill for the both of them. They have the exact same stats. 1-10-2. And that's not something to be proud of. Bad Luck walks out and he still get... How? Come on. Logista finds 1. Logista finds 2. Proves me wrong to get a couple of kills, and I'm happy about it. And while Pixels has spotted 1, that perfect bait setup was what they were hoping to do. The plant will go down, but...
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we have seen God Particles win a 3 versus 2 post-plant before. And guess what? It still ended up going the way of Reckoning Esports. It all started with a headshot. It's gonna be a headshot on B long. But this time, God Particles are not gonna give up. Deadly 10 all by himself. He's gotta become Deadly 24 now, according to your needs. But that won't happen. Logista steps to the plateau when it's needed the most from his side. Gets a 4K. God Particles, they will be getting the 3rd round right now. Reckoning Esports, they may have lost another, but they still maintain the lead, and they surely will. And exactly what you were talking about. 8-4 is very likely. 9-3 will be bad for God Particles, but it's not that bad. The good thing is, God Particles managed to prevent Reckoning from getting double digits already. They prevent that, and there is a chance if God Particles win the pistol round of the next half, they may just be in the game, but still the probability is not in their favor right now.
Well, they need to win this on God Particles, or else it's gonna be a very, very difficult situation to be in the next half. Oh boy, Deadly. This guy is unstoppable for the moment. 22 kills in the first half. He's absolutely destroying his opponents. Scar God is gonna come through, and he is towards showers. And here's Deadly. Though, look at this man. How is he allowed this much space? Scar God walks straight in. Scar God, he's given space, and Ember capitalized upon it. Now it's a 2 versus 1, and Logista needs to pull out a huge, huge clutch. Has no idea.
Yep. Yeah, we've seen a 4K before, but now the situation is defensive 1 versus 2. Bad Love's gonna be peeking that very corner. He's ADS 10, locked and loaded, ready to go. And the snake bite gives away his location. He's got no utility to work with whatsoever. Can he spot the brim? I don't think he can. Time is running out. He's spotted. The molly's there. This can be it. Reckoning Esports, they will be winning out this round. Logista can't do much. He gets 1 headshot, but that's it. The spike at the end engulfs all of them. The half ends 9-3, favoring Reckoning. Whew. It's their map, and they have given all of us an amazing reason to know why they were able to defeat Enigma. It was not a fluke. They know this map through and through, and it's becoming one of their favorites. However, they still have to win it. We know the pistol round can really turn the tides. We know, and I say this always, the side swap can be one of the biggest instigators of comebacks because of the difference in compositions. That's the way it is. So, God Particles, they have got to be careful. They need to win this round, because if they don't, honestly, Reckoning have run away with it.
This pistol round is the pinnacle for their success. If they don't find it, pretty much done and dusted. Oh, Scar God. He's gonna be banking upon that. Oh, Flash not making sound, but he still gets the kill. He hits Deadly straight to the dome of his head and takes him out. Pixels will respond in kind towards the other side of the map. Immediate smokes being deployed. Logista's already made his way to the side. He gets the kill that he needs. Smoker trades him off. There's a lot of damage being done on either side. Shivy! He gets 1 too. The shock dart with Bad Love actually kills Ember instead of God. He teleports away, and there's so much confusion in this entire series.
My God.
And Shivy somehow finds Rio. He hit that shock dart a little bit above, and Rio actually jumped and took the damage.
Oh, it's happening. All right, Bad Luck. He's got the stem affecting him as well. That's nice. He's got 1 smoke to play with, but he's all alone. Oh, he was in a dangerous, very vulnerable angle right there. He's gonna smoke himself. Is he gonna commit to it? Well, there goes the on board.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jesus. Good God. What is... I mean, yeah, first the shock dart, then this recon bolt. As Crips would put it, this has been a comedy of errors so far. Every single... half the rounds, what is going on? My oh my. Whew, okay. But God Particles, after everything is said and done, they take the pistol. They are really in a good spot to take the anti-eco as well. Reckoning Esports, they're not going to go for a full-on eco. Rather, they're going to go for upgraded pistols. We've got Sheriffs on their side as well. A Frenzy was spotted. So Reckoning are still looking to win this round. But they're not, obviously not going to invest a lot into it. So God Particles, they should be looking to take this one for themselves. But they've got to be careful as to not give away freebies, as Deadly 10 is right there. Are they going to push him? They're going to shock dart him out of the corner. Bad Love, he gets the opening kill. Deadly 10 with another. Exactly what we were talking about. God Particles make this mistake so many times. They give away these kills, and it ends up costing them so much more.
They know that there's somebody in the corner. They force him out of there. Pixels goes down. The A side is opened up, but Bad Love immediately makes his rotation come through. And he is inside of U-Halls. No idea about this. He's stuck in that corner, hoping for a timing peak. And he could get it onto Logista. They spot him. That recon gives his position away. But he finds the one healthy player that he needed to. Shivy goes down. And now it's all onto Ember. He needs to make this play, but they're exchanging positions. He's gone through the smoke. Logista's in trouble. But he's gone in U-Halls himself. What is happening here? Logista finds Bad Love finally. He's the backstab to worry about. Ember finds the one towards spawn. Now it's a 1v1. Deadly against Ember. And he's got about 20 seconds to try and clutch this out. He's got no idea. The timing of that A-shot peak goes away. And Deadly has an advantage now. And Deadly capitalizes. 10th round for the side of RGE. They win the eco. And what a goddamn advantage to take.
Oh, God Particles. Oh, they may have fumbled this. Because losing out your anti-eco means you are forced to an eco. You can't do anything. Meanwhile, your position. I think I just need to take a look at the scoreboard. I don't need to explain it any further. Reckoning Esports, this is their round to take. Now, are we going to see a reverse Uno card? From what we have seen in Vine so far, we may just see something like that. Deadly 10 overpeaks a bit. Is gonna spam through. The smoke comes out. He's got to fall back. He does safe and sound. Knight Rider. Oh my god, what a shot that was onto Bad Love. Entirely who was falling back. The only person in Reckoning who had his ult, which could have been helpful. It's gone. God Particles, for the time being, they have a bit of an advantage. But still, Reckoning Esports can easily turn this around. Deadly 10 gives away his position once more. And God Particles need to find a way to progress further into this map.
They know that this B-long position is completely out of their grasp, so they run in towards Hookah. Knight Rider eats a good chunk of damage, but the spike's been heard. Pixels is right here, and they've got no clue where he is. Shivy runs away with it. He's still holding down ground. He's trying to bait in for a kill. He goes through it. No way, Shivy, the timing plays against him. And now, it's all on to Scargod. He needs to find that kill. Logista needs to get this on to Deadly. He's even got Smoker to worry about. And this is such a weird game so far. What is this? Weird exchange of positioning. Knight Rider with one more. There's no clue that Pixels is in the cubby corner next to him. And it's all onto Ember. Ember with one. Look crisp so far, but he's got 12 seconds more to look as much crisp as
10
possible.
seconds left.
While he can't pick up the spike, there's no way he's gonna get the plant. It's over.
Just save the gun. And save the gun, TP out. Save it. I mean, gets one kill. Yeah, Reckoning, they were playing for the round win. It costed them 4 casualties. And once more, these ecos, man. I don't know what these teams are doing, but somehow they're able to win it for themselves. Now we'll be heading into our first... I don't want to call this a full buy, but in a way, it's going to be a full buy. A full buy with a judge in the mix of things, because why not? Reckoning Esports, they've got the advantage. This can be the final nail in the coffin. If they get rid of God Particles in this round, if they take match point right now, that's the... We will, for sure, be going onto the map of Haven. So, with all that being said and done, I have to say that God Particles, things are looking bleak for them. They are not looking like the best contenders for a win. They did excellent on Breeze, that was their own map. But once it came down to their opposition's choice, they have seemed to struggle.
Deadly. He needs to connect that shot. He wants that kill. He wants every kill right now. He's been tagged and pushed away from the angle. But that doesn't mean that it's still the side of Reckoning or on the disadvantage. As I said, Knight Rider immediately gets a kill. That's a good one, and that's the punishment you get for pushing your own smokes. Adlov did that. Now, there's 4 players on this ace side hurtling in from the side of God Particles. A 5th coming in from short, and that's Scargod, who's holding behind that Viper's pit while the rest of his teammates make a move in. Deadly needs to find one, gets the one that he needs. He's even got a teammate right next to him on the platform below, and he gets one as well. Smoker causing damage. This could be the end of Bind here, ladies and gentlemen. If Reckoning win this, it's game over for the side of God Particles. Deadly hits the penultimate kill shot, and this should be the final nail in the coffin. Smoker delivers it. Match point. No money, no hope. We are awaiting Haven.
From the looks of it, that's exactly where we're heading as well. God Particles, they've got 3 ultimates. This may as well be the final round right now of the map of Bind, I have to say. Ember, excellent performance from his side, but look at Deadly 10. Or Deadly 2.8 KD, because it's very deadly right now. 28 kills. Can he end this off on a 30 bomb? I think he can. I think he is well within his right to get a couple more kills. And considering the fact with the angles he's holding, the positions he has, it is quite likely as well. God Particles, all of them, well, majority of them pushing through Shaw's. There we have Mr. Deadly 10 right now with the operator looking for a short tag. Shivy. Oh, picking corner once more. Sees the Viper. Great shot
beautiful!
right there. Yep.
That's the
That was
execute
it.
stop right there. And he tags down two. Pixels finishes off one of them. And Pixels will probably get the other one as well. But Shibi will trade off in the form of Deadly 10. Scargod trying to chase the one person with the Spectre. What does he do?
No.
That's it. Game over, ladies and gentlemen. Ember is the only man who made a difference for this squad of God Particles, and he continues to do so. While Deadly is not able to finish off this game with his 30 bomb, he's done more than enough to secure them the win. 29 kills from him. What a hard carry.
Defenders win.
And bad luck to finish it all up. A game that Reckoning Esports will be proud of after what happened on Breeze.
Yeah, that was really good. And we talked about this in the pre-match presentation as well. The members of God Particles, they chose, the map of Breeze. They end up winning there. Reckoning chose Bind, defeated Enigma yesterday, defeated God Particles today. Comfortable win for them as well. Taking a look on over to the highlights, we can see just how comfortable it was because there were no instances where God Particles were given that opportunity to try and make that comeback, to try and get a couple of rounds right from the get-go. God Particles, for the few rounds that they had to fight their way, and it was just based on like pure luck and skill as well, that at times things fell into their lap. They had the moments, they had the skills necessary, they just weren't here. For the map of Bind, they were there very much for Breeze, but now on Bind, I don't know, man. Reckoning felt like on another level.
Yeah, they just turned up the heat here in the best way possible. 13-4. What a victory for them. Now they head into Haven with their heads held high. And the final map to decide whether it's going to be God Particles moving into the lower bracket finals, or is it going to be the side of Reckoning. There is a huge amount of pressure on both of these teams. They want this win. This is the final season of the Gauntlet on top of that as well. There's nothing more. A 13 lakh prize pool on the cards. And only one of them is going to be able to take a bigger part of it. Deadly 10. Absolute god. 29 kills, 482 ACS. Now that is impact in the highest sense of the word possible.
Yeah, I have to say, my God, what a performance it was from his side. Any gun, any position, any angle, Deadly 10, he was gonna get the kill. And it just goes to show, doesn't matter which agent archetype this man plays, bring him on the KO, bring him on the jet, he is gonna deliver. And then you had the rest of Reckoning as well, who really got consistent kills, and they were there when their team needed them. That's what matters. It wasn't just the kills for them. Considering they were the supportive players, Deadly 10 was the main duelist, they fulfilled their roles and it was a comfortable win. Reckoning as a team are really, like you just said, Universe, they are going to be proud of this result. For God Particles though, Ember is really going to be proud of what he did alone, but otherwise, yeah, not the best of days for a couple of the members. Logista, Night Rider, the performance they had on Breeze took a major dip. Shivi as well on 4 kills, having the bottom performance. Yeah, it didn't feel like the best of scenarios for God Particles to be put in. So hopefully on Haven, things get back up and running and they get back to normal for both of the rosters and they start off on a neutral foot together.
Yep, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to the final map of the first game for today. The lower brackets, the survival of the fittest, and we have got Reckoning and God Particles stationed up on Haven. How that's going to end up, we will see in a couple more minutes. And until then, do go check out the description down below for our sponsors and their products. Don't forget, Intel provide the best gaming value by providing the best overall gaming experience. So don't forget to follow the hashtag GameWithIntel to know what they're up to. And of course, Crucial, Apparel Partner 656, and of course, LG Ultragear. We will be back with the TC Gauntlet Season 4 just about a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We will see who is going to progress and who is going to go home today.
from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Hi guys, this is Zaya and welcome to Streamer Reviews, where gamers review the best new gaming laptops. We gamers are always on the lookout to get more out of our systems. If you're looking for a laptop that can exceed your expectations, check out the Dell G15 gaming laptop. Its 11th Gen Intel Core i7 processor surpasses my expectations with a max turbo frequency of 4.6 GHz. It also has a game shift key on the keyboard which triggers a dynamic performance mode to maximize the fan speeds to keep your system cool while the processors push harder. The G15 also sports an Intel Thunderbolt 4 port which boosts your transfer speeds to unbelievable levels with its blazing fast bandwidth of up to 40 Gbps. It also lets you connect all your accessories using a single port. It's obvious that this system is designed to go above and beyond to deliver the results that you desire. Get your Dell G15 powered by 11th Gen Intel Core processor now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear presents Tec Gauntlet Season 4, powered by Crucial, our gaming partner Intel, who provide the best gaming value by providing the overall best gaming experience. Follow the hashtag Game with Intel to know more, and of course, our accessories partner 656. We've got a lot more in store today than what we just saw, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the fact that we had two maps that were absolutely two completely different stories, but Haven, which is going to be probably a whole other story of itself. This, I believe, is going to be another map where we're going to see all sorts of confusing things, where players are mischanging their positions. They're having to see weird places kills come in. They're trying to lock around their opponents. It's like everybody's a lurker here, except for the duelists.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what happened on Bind. I was thinking Bind is close quartered, gonna be straightforward. You move in, see enemy, kill enemy, move on. No, I was wrong. The amount of weird stuff we just saw here, the kills, the plays, I don't even know what to say with what was going on. All of that stuff just transcended into this weird match that Reckoning did end up winning fairly comfortably, 13 to 4. Really good result for their side. But heading into Haven, I really want to think of of this match from a psychological perspective, and how exactly are the players coping with what exactly is going on and what is their mental state right now. Where are they thinking of themselves? Where are they thinking that their team is at a standpoint? Because it has been hella weird what's been going on. And with all that being in mind, are the teams going to continue a playstyle like that? Or are they going to be thinking a lot more about changing up their strategy as per the map and then playing the map inherently? Because if that's going to be the case, then on Haven, we will be seeing a lot more of your standard double initiator stuff.
Yeah, I think that we're not going to be, moving too much around. This is an important map for both of these teams. They lose
Right.
this, it's done and dusted. They're out of the gauntlet, and I'm pretty sure both these teams have got what it takes to, challenge for the title. So I'm concerned about what is going to be the lineup from, both of these teams. Are they going to stick to defaults? Are they going to move up a little? Maybe instill a little bit of an experiment here. Let's see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. All the players are locked in. This is the map to decide whether it's going to be God Particles sticking in the gauntlet or Reckoning. The agent selection is up on our screens, and here's what we got for you.
All right, let's jump into the game. Let's see firsthand as to the compositions that will be running. Yeah, two people who we know are not going to change their agents anytime soon. Deadly 10 Nitride with Jet. Plain and simple standard. No one was expecting any different. Not on Haven in a long day. It's gonna be the other members who we are interested about. Omen as well. Yeah, Pixels can pick that up. We have been seeing a resurgence of Omen, especially after Astra Nerve. It's left a big gap in the controller market on maps like Ascent, on maps like Haven, where Astra really was the dominating force. But with her being out of the mix, Omen has been taking up that spot. However, for God Particles, that will not be the case. Ember still sticking to Astra. Interesting, the 45-second delay, it may be affecting him, but we have seen him play the agent relatively like as soon, even in the previous matchup, and he did an excellent job in the killing department. So perhaps he can continue for that. God Particles, yeah, it's going to be standard from their side. They are locked and loaded, everything's there. They are going to be running double initiator. The secondary one is going to be breach. Very standard, nothing out of the ordinary. It's more about what Reckoning are planning on doing.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be sticking to that KO across all three maps, it seems. We're going to have Smoker continue on for that role. And Bad Love's going to be playing that chamber. Now, this is going to be interesting because we have a breach in play as well and a Killjoy. Very distinctive compositions across both of these teams. We've got only two commonalities. That is the fact that there is a Jet and a Sova involved. Apart from that, everybody's got a trick up their sleeve of their own. Scar God with the breach. Logista with the Killjoy, and Ember with the I just forgot her name. Astra, forgive me.
Yeah.
Forgive me. And on the other side, we've got a KO and a chamber coupled up with an Omen. So this is two lineups that I would say are evenly spread across both defense and offense, but I would say that again, RGE, because they don't have that Killjoy. Killjoy is a lot more defensive than the chamber. We all know that. So let's figure out how it's going to be ending up for them. The final map to decide the entire shenanigan here, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to continue their TC Gauntlet journey? Who's going to be part of that huge 13 lakh prize pool?
All right, let's start off. Smoker, he throws his knife right there, detects 4 members, and Deadly 10 starts off in the most Deadly 10 way possible with a kill. Badlov pushing from C-Long. This is not just risky, but the good thing is it gives so much information to his team, realizing that no one from God Particles is C-Long. Reckoning are like, well, they've got to be either near Garage, B, or A. That's exactly where the efforts will be focused on. As the defenders from C go to attacker spawn, the attackers from their spawn move on forward from Garage to the C bomb site, which will be free up for grabs. but I really do not think they'll be expecting members to be on C long. That's the thing. And now you've got Deadly 10. So the members of God Particles, they're surrounded. You have that lone Killjoy on A as well. Very interesting what's going on. Deadly 10, there goes the flash. However, instantly he loses his life. Smoker's presence is also known. He's gonna throw his knife right there. It's gonna be destroyed in Reckoning. Yeah. Interesting to see how their strategy is going to develop once they realize God Particles. They are going to be changing their plan very soon as the spike moves on over to the B bomb site now. I'm not really sure what's going on.
It's moving across the entire map right now. And they're going towards B side. Yep, they are going to be getting a free plant, that's for sure. But Shivi needs to be careful about that A-Link. He's the one holding the spike. He's going to go back. Planted at the utmost corner. But he has got a plant down nonetheless. 4 versus 4. The retake comes in. Is it going to be successful? They know there's 2 players towards A-Link. Shivi throws down a shock dart to try and stop them. But he eats one himself as well. That KO knife has been dismissed of. But they know where these players are. They've got an idea. That grenade is perfect for clearing out the back end corner. And Bad Love makes the best use of that distraction to get onto Shivi. Night Rider finds one, but it doesn't even matter. RG are holding on to their guns, and they will hold on to the pistol round as well. They find the first one on Haven.
Yes, they will. Again, comfortable defuse right there. Reckoning Esports know how much this means to their side. We can see all of them talking with each other. They've got everyone lined up and ready. Everyone is going to be focusing on this one map because, like you just mentioned, Universe, before the pistol round, this is all to play for. And an interesting anti-eco that they've gone for. 2 Bulldogs, Spectre, Marshall. Usually when you see and when you talk about anti-eco traditional rounds, it's 5 Spectres, 5 full armors, plain and simple, don't need utility. But no, we're going to see a big change in that take place as Deadly 10 has to use his second updraft to line up this one very niche little angle smoker. My god, what a wall bang. That was onto Logista. That's the Sentinel already gone. Your Astra tagged down to half HP with no way to recover from it.
Oh, Pixels takes care of 2.
Spike down.
There's no way they're getting away from there. While the 1 kill has come in, Rio's going to come on the backstab and finish off the remaining 2 as well. It's round done and dusted. That is RG with their second. Yeah, looking good to go, at least in the first couple of rounds of Haven.
Yes, they surely are. Reckoning Esports, they've got it under control, but we know it's not always going to be about the initial 2 rounds. It's about this round after. It's about the full buy versus the bonus. And the good thing is for Reckoning, it's a proper bonus for their side. With the exception of Bad Love, who's the only casualty, everyone has got the carryover weapons. Meanwhile, God Particles, they're going to be investing in 5 rifles armor. So God Particles really need to win this round, because if they don't, considering the fact that they're on attack on Haven, being at a disadvantage already is going to spell doom for them, and they have to be careful as Ember's passively holding this angle. They know Reckoning like to push this. However, he gets lit up and he dies as well. The first casualty, and Universe, it's the controller. On a map like Haven, on attack, you have just lost your only controller.
Yep, Deadly needs to get back. All he needs to do right now is cause pressure from staying on site. He does not need to push up any further. He's looking for a kill, but it doesn't matter. Knight Rider's got a better weapon. Logista's taken one with him as well. And RGE have lost their advantage in just a couple of seconds. Knight Rider's being careful about this. He knows his player's on site, and he is going to be detected. While the side of RGE got information, they don't have weaponry good enough to fight these Vandals and Spectres. Pixels would have finished off that kill if he had a Phantom, maybe. But for now, this 4v2, make that a 4v1, has left Smoker in a position to try and stop whatever he can. Maybe find a couple of exit frags. Cause damage to their economy, because that's right now the main motive that should be on their minds. Goes for it. Beautiful kill. The burst was perfect. That grenade might be as well. He will get another beautiful stuff from Smoker. He's trying to keep the dream alive. He's got 85 health left. But he... Oh, Smoker! Now he's close enough to close his round. Smoker's going for the big one, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell? Why would you give him the 1v1s like that? And up with the bulldog of all stuff, Smoker. What a round!
Okay. Got it. Well, this was every single kill made it bad to worse. That's point number one. Point number two is how in the hell did he manage to do that? I'm sorry, Smoker, what? There's no way God Particles allow that to happen. And the fact that Reckoning members just are like, yep, yeah, look at Smoker. He's not even like, it's just a regular day in the office for him. He's like, yep, I did that. That's that. Done and dusted. Boom. How? The blunder God Particles have made right here. It was one man with a bulldog. And now it's 5 rifles lost. God Particles know. This is really unfortunate stuff right now. It's not gonna improve anytime soon, because once more the economy, it's started, it's in shambles right now. So whatever they have, whatever scraps they can manage, better save on for a rainy day, because in the moment, God Particles, it's not rain, it's a hailstorm they're facing.
Oh boy.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. There just wasn't any instance. I mean, even Coach Blue, he doesn't even have to say anything in this time out right now. He's like, yeah, my guys know exactly what they're doing, and it's working. Plain and simple. And now we're back into it.
Let's see how it goes. Knight Rider. This time, again towards A, but I'm worried about the way they're gonna. Oh, look at Battle. What? Yo, come on. Nobody's watching mid. They give so much space away. And of course, they're gonna exploit this. Knight Rider is deprived of his knives. Yes, they're gonna be.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Oh, all right. Apologies right there. I believe there was an unfortunate technical issue. It was on my end, perhaps on Universe's end as well.
Yeah, I think I kind of DC'd out there.
I think we all did. But anyways, the round still went on, but like more of a Discord issue rather than a Valorant issue. That's good. The round is exactly what should not be stopped. So everything aside, now we're back into it. Reckoning Esports, they managed to win that round as well. And now once more, God Part. They're going to be investing heavily into this round. They've got the operator, they've got the rifles, the Hunter's Fury as well, tagging, and then look at Padla. What a shot from his side. Shivi as well. His location was known. Knight Rider pushing up to A all by himself. The owl drone spotting him. Can he get the shot? Oh, thank God he can. And now he's going to be peeking towards A shot as well. So God Particles have managed to take side control, but they need to follow up on this.
Oh. Bad luck. Thanks to his little sneaky maneuver on A shot, he was able to find that kill. Logista having a fight off with Deadly. But Deadly's not giving up just yet. He wants to hold on to the B side for as long as possible. And he gets the kill onto Logista. Bad Love's looking for more with his personal operator, Tour de Force. And Shivi is waiting for something to come off fruition towards the A side. Smoker's gonna stop him, but towards A shot. And that's 5-0 right in front of our faces, ladies and gentlemen. God Particles have absolutely been demolished on Haven so far.
Man, oh God. I mean, this round, they put up a bit of a fight, but it's still majority of the members of Reckoning Esports surviving to move on towards the next round. And once more, look at the economy of God Particles. Jesus, I mean, Sheriff's half armor, couple of ultimates, but yeah, it's not looking well. Everyone on Reckoning Esports is getting kills. Sure, you can argue someone like, you know, Pixels and Deadly 10, they don't have the most kills, but they don't need to. What did we exactly see on Boyne is that when members are popping off individually, it's just going to be favorable. And you know, everyone can just pitch in bit by bit. And that's exactly what's happening in the Reckoning bootcamp. Everyone is giving it right now. Oh, off was off. Good hill. could have gone the way of someone. That's 5 HP right there in Logista. Can he stay alive? More so, can God Particle stay alive? Because so far they haven't found the opening kill. They're still looking for information, traversing all throughout the map. Bad Luck pushing a tad too aggressively, and he uses his ability just in the nick of time to fall back.
Okay, Rio, he still gets the kill. Deadly finds one more. And the side of RGE are absolutely relentless right now. They are not stopping at a single point where they can exceed their expectations. They are constantly doing so. A shot has been discovered, but Scargod's the one who's probably going to be changing the way this round works. But the one problem is the spike is on the hands of Shivi, and he's got a backstab coming in of 3 players, and Scargod's going to be trying to undo that. But Smoker, perfect angle, expects it. RG are just too good right now. How do you stop a team like this?
You can't. That's it. Plain and simple. God Particles, no matter what they're trying, they just aren't able to. This is going to be one of the final frontiers they'll have in the first half, because if they lose this full buy, honestly, it can be called wraps. I mean, okay, Universe, try and make a rational prediction right now as to what do you think will be the end result of the first half. And I guarantee most of the people, they are going to be saying 10-2, 11-1, because that's how it looks. Reckoning Esports, they're far too dominant right now. No one can even think that God Particles can manage to salvage like 3 or even 4 rounds out of this half. It just seems too much of a stretch.
Well, it does seem like it. That blind is actually perfect, but Night Rider gets a kill onto Deadly. He was tagged up. And Pixels! Oh man, his teleport did not work. I don't know what the hell happened there. Bad Love is stuck in this little corner though, and he's going to be a victim of multiple bullets. There comes the Rolling Thunder. He is safe for the moment. Another flash comes in. Stuck at the back of side. Spotted. Sees a couple of enemies. Will not get anything. But Smoke and Rio quadruple up. How in the world did that just happen?
Everything was going well for God Particles. They had all the advantage in the world. But the one place where they fumbled the bag, just like the scale, were kills. That's it. This was gonna be the first round of God Particles taking the win. But Reckoning, through the common collection that they have, they take it in their favor. So yeah, great stuff. And so far, the face cams of Reckoning as well, not showing a lot of emotions for God... Sorry. For God Particles as well, not a lot of emotions, but for a very different reason. The thing is, their reason is they're just absolutely stumped by what Reckoning managed to do round after round.
And the pressure is on. You can see Night Rider's not really taking this well. This is a very, very bad situation to be in. They are in the deepest end of the ocean right now, and RGE are just swimming around like a bunch of sharks, constantly attacking them. Their economy is at the absolute best. They are having every one of their players get kills like it's nothing. Smoker and Bad Love right now are the stars of this show. And how do you stop something like this? There's nothing you can do. They lose this round, which likely looks like it's going to be 8-0. And even if they win one on the back of it, it's still closer to be a 10-2 than it is to be an 8-4.
Exactly. That's the thing. Alright, timeout over. Let's get back into things. Scargod getting tagged a little bit right there, forcing him off the play, and Reckoning once more. They're not gonna allow the members of God Particles at all to push towards and to progress further into the map. They're still near the attacker spawn. They're still far behind. Deadly 10, although he missed the shot, look at how much ground he's able to cover by himself. He's all alone. Now, can he escape? That's the question. The Hunter's Fury from Rio may just be helping him out in his escape. Bad Love, insane shot right there. What a flick. And he can fall back safely. This is just going by unnoticed. God Particles are losing members left, right, and center. And they're just not getting any kills for it. No trades.
Beautifully done. Pixels playing on that off angle. completely unexpected from Scargod. And at this point, I don't even know if Scargod realizes what's happening around him, let alone what's happening in front of him. Pixels. No. Almost about to bait out a teammate. But he will still get the kill. Ember walking in from C-Long. Bad Love expects this. But he still goes down. Ember with a beautiful shot, and he's the only one, like I said, even from the previous map, who's actually making sort of a difference. And Shivy with that kill actually opens up the A side. 3 versus 2 now. Very much doable. The plant will go down. But Ember is the one who's going to secure this round for his team. 2 versus 2 now. And Rio walks out, almost finds the planter, but again Ember saves his teammate. And now it's on to Smoker.
Ooh. 4K. 4K from Ember. Starting off with the Sheriff. That's what it took for God Particles to win the round. Ember, insane performance, and I love how Reckoning Esports instantly go for the timeout. They're like, no, we cannot let any momentum build up. Let's stop it right here. Let's take the timeout. Coach Blue, I mean, I don't think there'll be much to say what happened in the previous round, except for you guys just gave away kills for free. You guys have to be a lot more careful with where you're peeking. I get it. It's like a 7-0 win. I get it. This map is looking very much to go in our hands. However, that still doesn't justify the fact that you can roam around the map entirely freely, thinking it's your playground, and you can just, check any angle you want. That's not how it works. You've got to be a bit more structured than that. So, with that being said, I don't think there'll be a lot more than that being talked about in this tactical timeout. Maybe both the teams will be thinking about the next half as well. The side swap matters a lot. I say this time after time, I'll say it again. The side swap, even on a map like Haven, is going to be detrimental to the performances of these teams. But so far, Reckoning, it's still only a single round they've given away. Even if they give a couple more, they are for sure guaranteed to keep the lead in the first half. We have 4 more rounds, and from the looks of it, I believe that God Particles may manage to win 2 at max, and it's going to be a 9-3 again, like it was in the previous map.
Yet again, RGE playing on the front foot. Look at Deadly. He's got control of the A side yet again. He's not going to let them cross anywhere close. There is a Killjoy alarm bot kept there to try and stop any pushes from the attacking side. Still a lot more difficult for them. They go into garage. They're waiting for anybody to peek in across that garage window. Smoker, discouraged by it, moves back. And now it's all on to Knight Rider. He needs to find this kill. Teleport comes in from Pixels. He's looking at garage. He spots at least 2 members. And now they know. Flash comes through. They're running into this. Smoker, Bad Love, and Pixels. The 3 members who are defending this are heavily pressured. Rio relieves a little bit of it from garage. He takes down Shivy. And that's no more information available for them. While there is a Killjoy lockdown, which they're going to be going for. This is a huge play. Pixels is going to be trapped in that corner, and he shouldn't be peeking. Bad Love, so close. He could have hit that shot. I don't know how Knight Rider did not connect that. And Pixels is absolutely safe in the back of side. That aftershock is not going to reach him. There's 1 kill, but not another. The knife goes out, gives them an information. Both of them are on site.
Well. That's it. Yeah, Deadly 10 from C-Long finishes things off. Pixels, the fact that he survived and he got 1 kill was insane, but I think we all know. That kill onto Knight Rider from Bad Love, God, that was blunder right there from Knight Rider. Missed the shot. Then the up prof costed him as well, because had he just dashed away, he could have been safe in that sneaky little corner you have on next to the garage steps. He could have tried and survived. But yeah, the updraft ruined everything. But I'm not gonna blame him too much. It's just Jet instincts, right? You dash away, you updraft. We know the Jet players to do that a lot. So once more, Reckoning Esports. Yeah, looks like the timeout worked for their side. God Particles are gonna be down and trodden yet again. we are going to be nearing the final stages of the first half, and God Particles, in no way are they looking to recover from this a lot. What's gonna matter is gonna be the next half. But what is Knight Rider doing? I'm sorry, he was trying to updraft away, loses his life once more. That's his Blade Storm entirely down the drain. Yes, God Particles get it 1 kill in return, but I'm sorry, that's your Jet gone in an attack on Haven.
Pixels has also found Ember. While Deadly's looking down the lane of B, the A side looks to be the matter of attraction right now. Rio expects it, moves back. They are just playing this so safe and so calm. They know that this is Deadly's game. He came back to allow Deadly to get a free kill. Shivi's underside, they know this. While the flash comes in from Scargod and he tries to clear off the angle towards spawn. Deadly has a dash, gets away, and Rio is gonna shut him down. Shivi gets a shotgun kill himself though. What? While Rio's gonna take out Scargod, Shivi stuck under the site. One drone to work with and nothing else. He can go for the spike. He doesn't need to worry about the backstab, but he will. Because he knows he cannot expect anything out of these RGE players. They can be at any point, anywhere in the map. Plant will go down. Now it's a 3v1 retake, and even then they're being so methodical about this RGE.
Oh, paranoia.
Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks.
Even when it's a 3v1, they're being so careful about it.
Yeah, that was
That's what I
probably what
love to
Coach
see.
Blue said. Yeah, after the timeout, once they there's no way to sugarcoat it. They kind of threw that round away. That's probably what Coach Blue would have said to them, like, don't do that again. So yeah, they're not gonna take their chances, and for very good reason. When someone like Smoker with a Bulldog against Vandals and Phantoms can get a 1 versus 4 clutch all alone, you best believe they're not going to take their chances against Shivi in that spot. But now, God Particles, the spot they find themselves in is a corner. And there's no escape from this corner because, well, they are surrounded by walls on two sides, and in front of them is this big bad bully that's going to be the likes of Reckoning Esports, who are ready to take them down. And once more, the gun disparity can be witnessed. God Particles, they've got decent average guns at best. A couple of Spectres, Sheriffs can be spotted. But Reckoning, they've got the whole arsenal with them. GP are looking to go for a BX. You try to catch Reckoning off guard. But even with that, Reckoning have got the Hunter's Way. They've got the Null Command. They can deal with the retake fairly easily.
Deadly looking down the angle towards B. He wants a free kill, but Badlove is the one who's going to have to run away with his life. Damage being down across both sides now. Shivi's down to 12. Badlove's down to 45. And it looks like a free kill comes its way. Yep, walks straight into his crosshair. Deadly. He's being pressured. Both the jets are across each other. And here comes the Hunter's Fury. For sure that's gonna hit him hard. Smoker gets that kill. What a beautiful execute from RGE. Immaculate defense. Coordination, communication, everything top notch. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, you might just have to say good night to God Particles, because I don't know how or what they're going to do on defense. Smoker's one knife is enough to completely dismantle an entire site.
I guess the particles in God Particles are atoms because, you know, they've been reduced to atoms right now in this map of Haven. I have to say, because Reckoning Esports, they are giving them no opportunity whatsoever to make a counter attack, to launch anything. Do I even need to say anything? It's been 8 seconds into the action phase universe. 8 seconds. And God Particles have already lost their jet, who was planning on taking a bit of map control towards a shot. That's gone. Scargod though, this is nice. He gets a kill, opens up the avenue from Garage, but then how are we going to push forward even more? Because wherever you're gonna try, you're gonna get punished. On C-Long as well, you've got Deadly 10. He's gonna be getting an insane shot, and he can now flank the members as well. The spike's gonna be planted, but Reckoning can easily deal with this because they've got the man advantage. It has been reduced a little bit. However, they're covering so many of the angles. You have C-Long, which has been smoked off for the time being. You have Garage, and then...
Spike down.
Huh?
He shot him through the smoke, and oh my god, Deadly!
Switching Switching sides.
He shot him through the smoke, through the box.
How? He was it must have been a ping. Surely, it must have been a ping or something like that. That was in no way just a fluke he was speaking anywhere. That had to be a ping from someone or the other. Because no way he did that. And the reactions of Reckoning are like, yep, that's normal. That happens every day. That had to be premeditated. God Particles right now, there's going to be no reaction from their side. They'll be heading on over to the next half with a lot of pressure. Almost one can say insurmountable pressure. They need to win the pistol. They need to win the anti-eco. They need to win the next one and the next and the next and so on and so forth until it's 11-11, because if they stop even once, it's probably Reckoning's time to shine and to move on further into the gauntlet and eliminate God Particles, who have been having an amazing season so far.
Well, GE are definitely having it one better. Oh, Night Rider's probably spotted out Deadly. Both the Jets are having a fight up. It's gonna be Deadly who won it for the moment. He's damaged him down to 40 HP. And RGE are considering their options. They just wanted to show presence, and they've done that successfully. One good thing right now is that God Particles are actually playing together. So this could help them because they've got utility stored across the B and C site. And that's held down by Ember and Logista. Looks like all of that utility is just about to be used. Smoker's gonna be throwing in his knife, and both of them are out of their utility range. One gravity well does help them though right before they get detained, and it's Bad Love who's gonna be the next point of fire. The C-side has been taken control of though. It's a 5v3.
30 seconds left.
And Rio's just constantly taking damage from that turret.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Alright. Reckoning in this case, they're absolutely bombarded from all angles. No way Rio can survive this. He'll be good for one. But good and amazing for God Particles. The fact that they managed to get the pistol. Because it's a long, deadly, like it's a treacherous journey from this point forward. Yeah, treacherous is the exact adjective I'd use to describe what they have to encounter in front of them right now. It's 9 rounds consecutively. They'll be going for the anti-eco. Reckoning, they do not need to take any risk whatsoever. They will play it as safe as possible. One Sheriff, one Marshal, Frenzy. Yeah, it's not a big investment they're making. Still a bit of investment. I mean, I would have expected only like upgraded pistols, but hey, the Marshal's like barely more expensive than the Sheriff. What, another 150? Which also absurd price for the Marshal. I'm sorry. For a long time, people have been honing about the price of that weapon. I personally never played, like, unless it's like the weapon in Spike Rush, then I will, because that's all I play. But yeah, Marshall needs a change. But right now, what needs a change is this play from God Particles, because what? Again, it's Knight Rider, the first casualty.
God will trade it out. Deadly will go down, but that's still a 4v4 that RGE are going to be very comfortable with. They are masters of this eco round. And while Shivi is getting information that nobody's pushed up towards short, God's going to do a manned check himself. That recon gonna give away. Oh, that's a lot of value. That might just translate to a lot of damage. Bad Love needs to get that kill, but it's gonna be Smoker. Smoker finds two. The A side is open, and ladies and gentlemen, this could be it. This could be what RGE needed. The final battle to settle it all. After this, the side of God Particles are gonna be on an eco. And they already know where one player is. Logista's been spotted. The blind comes in. They go for the fight. Ember needs to secure the sun for his team. They don't really look towards his direction. The stars will come down. They're playing with time now. There he goes. Logista's gone. And so is Ember. Ladies and gentlemen, it's over. RGE will be going forward in the TC Gauntlet Season 4 unless the most miraculous comeback, the mother, the father, the god of all comebacks happens right now.
God of all, I got that one. That's nice. But honestly, do God Particles have this one? That's the bigger question right now. It's not about the punchline, it's about the punch they have to deliver to the members of Reckoning Esports, and right now Reckoning looking far too strong. They have 10 buffer rounds to play with. They just need to win 1 in 10. That's a 10% win rate they need to have, and things will go in their way. As there goes the dive agent smoke, a great kill right there. Logista! Beautiful second headshot. He's right here near the smoke. He's gonna get lit up. That's gonna be another kill. Scargod, he's keeping the bomb site on lockdown. He's not gonna allow anyone to enter in, and Rio has got to fall back. In the aftermath of all that's happened, it's a 2 versus 3, and Bad Love, he's got to go for a cheeky little play right there to get a kill and to put the advantage back in neutral terms.
Oh boy.
Oh, he does.
Bad Love might have just secured this. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to the final 2 versus 2 here. Potentially, he misses that shot. No, he actually does hit him, but he hits him for 101, and there he finishes the kill, Knight Rider. And now it's on to Rio. And Rio's got a tail that he has to listen. How is he not listening to that sound cue? Goes in towards the side. Pressure's on him. And he's coming up from heaven. He knows this. Shock Dart goes in straight, but it actually comes right back towards him. Rio's just playing with fate at this point. Gets the Shock Dart, damages his opponents, walks up towards heaven.
Wait.
They've got no idea. No way! No way! How do you not check heaven?
Attackers.
RGE eliminate God Particles from the Tec Gauntlet Season 4. Ladies and gentlemen, what a victory. 13-2. And what a way to clutch it all out. Why on earth does nobody check heaven? The one person who went towards your spawn, he went on heaven and he just walked casually and killed both your players.
Here's a bit of poetry for you. The same score with which Reckoning lost yesterday to the likes of Enigma on the map of Ascent 13-2 is the same score with which they have defeated their opposition God Particles right now. And Reckoning Esports, yeah, they will be celebrating this for a while moving on forward, because man, what a win this was, specifically on Haven. We talked about this in the pre-match presentation. This was practically a best of 1, being surrounded as a best of 3, because the teams, they were very confident in their own maps, and rightfully so. They won. But Reckoning, take a bow. What a performance. Let's have a look at the highlights and just see for ourselves once more at what exactly they pulled on this map right now.
RGE, start to finish, absolute demons. They were 7-0 up. That's when they gave away the first round. But moments like this, where the 1v1s were absolutely unnecessary, but it was almost as if they didn't want to give it. They were forced onto this. Knight Rider came out. He gave away the 1v1, which he shouldn't have. And then it was up to end in the Scar God peak. The Scar peak just didn't work. And what followed was absolute mayhem.
Yeah. Jesus. What happened right there to God Particles, They were looking so good. In the playoffs, sure, 1 defeat. They won their own map of Breeze, but ever since Bind, it was like they were never able to recover from that. And they just weren't able to go back to their older selves when they managed to take the wins. Their group stages were nice as well. Playoffs, they were making a name, but man, here it was just unfortunate. It really was extremely unfortunate. So right now, I've got to say that, yeah, amazing stuff from the members of Reckoning Esports. They thoroughly deserve the win. They'll be moving on over, facing the likes of Team Snakes. That's going to be quite interesting. I want to see that matchup as well. They'll be playing for the lower bracket finals. So slowly, all of this is coming to an end. Slowly the gauntlet. We are nearing the final stages. Right now, we've got Team Snakes, not God Particles, Team Snakes and Reckoning Esports, Enigma, and True Rippers. We only have 4 teams remaining. Out of 16 that started, 4 remain, and 1 more gets eliminated right now. That was God Particles. Unfortunate. What a team we have seen them play as. They went through roster changes. They went through organizational changes as well from F1 LS. We have seen them since the early days here at the Gauntlet. And now, hopefully the next time we see God Particles in the next tournament that will be here at the Esports Club, they'll be under the name of Revenant Esports and they can give an even better performance.
And that's how the cookie crumble, ladies and gentlemen. That has been quite a best of three that we've seen. The first map, Breeze, perfectly played by the side of God Particles, but
Yeah.
the end 13-4, 13-2 gives them a bit of a sign of what they need to be improving in their next team. Let's go to the brackets though, because we are coming down to the final 3 matches of this season. Final 4, forgive me. Enigma versus True Rippers, which is going to be happening in just about half an hour. And Team Snakes against Reckoning Esports. That's going to be happening tomorrow. Following that, the loser of Enigma and True Rippers is going to be coming to the lower bracket final. Will be facing either one of Snakes and Reckoning. And in the end, the one place that you would want to be is that grand final right there. The TC Gauntlet Season 4 has been quite a bit of a journey for these teams that are in the echelon of Tier 2, but just about to step into Tier 1. And without having Velocity or Global in this tournament for this season, it's been theirs to take. Let's see who's going to take it all home, ladies and gentlemen. But that is the end of today's first match. We've got one more coming up, so do stick around for a bit more. True Rippers going up against Enigma Gaming. That is going to be a hell of a match. And that is going to be the upper bracket finals. The spot for the finals is going to be decided between that match. One team is going to secure themselves at least a second place finish. And who's that going to be? We will find out in just about an hour. But for now, take a small break, get back to your energetic selves, scan that QR code when it pops up for the Red Bull cans. And don't forget, check out the description down below for our sponsors and their products. Crucial to provide the beautiful SSDs to make your PC just as fast as possible. And of course, Intel, our gaming partner, who give out the best gaming value by providing the overall best gaming experience. Don't forget to follow the hashtag GameWithIntel to know more about them. And of course, flaunt your products when you buy them on your social media platforms. And if you want some pretty great jerseys just like this supporting your team, head over to 656, your apparel partner, and get some cool clothing from them. But that'll be all for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching the Ultragear presents TC Gauntlet Season 4. We will see you all in about an hour for the upper bracket final.